to Chicago, where all weekend we've been celebrating the culinary industry. We are in downtown Chicago on the biggest night of the year in food. This is the James Beard Awards presented by Capital One. The red carpet show starts right now. You are looking live inside the legendary Lyric Opera of Chicago, where in just 30 minutes, the culinary community will come together to celebrate. Welcome to the James Beard Awards presented by Capital One. Hello to all of you watching around the globe. I'm Nilu Motamed, and thrilled to be back here for the third year running to welcome you into the red carpet show. Over the next 30 minutes, we will be setting the table for the biggest night of the year in food, and to give you a sneak peek at what we have in store for tonight's gala. Chefs, nominees, presenters, luminaries, we will speak to them all. We have full team coverage tonight on the carpet. I'd like to welcome my co-host, James Beard Award winner and red carpet veteran, Francis Lamb.
Hey, Nilu.
Francis.
I know.
It's buzzing in here.
I know. It's loud. The energy is live. It's
good.
Incredible.
Okay, I have to get right to it. What are you most excited about category-wise?
The category I'm actually most excited about tonight is one where there's no suspense, no drama, because it's already been announced. It's the Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and it's Ruth Reichel, legendary journalist, author, editor, and I'm going to get a little emotional because also the person who kickstarted my career. So a mentor and friend of mine for decades, and for literally hundreds, if not thousands of people in our industry.
So, she has touched a lot of lives, and who else has touched a lot of lives? We're going to go down to the red carpet. We're so excited to have our full team back together from sunny LA in the Daytime Emmy Awards. Sophia, hi, honey.
Hi, how are you?
Hey,
how's it going down there, lady in red?
Look at all this. It is buzzing. And yes, I am wearing all red head to toe. I was a little nervous about it. I was like, I don't know about all red on a red carpet, but I think I'm kind of serving.
You are not only serving, I'm going to need you to stay there, stay put, and we'll be right back with you in a moment.
Sophia's always serving.
Always.
So crazy.
It's time.
You ready? All right, man.
Hey, you guys, what's up? I'm so happy to be here. A few months ago, I was discussing this stress with some people I met at one of the Oscar parties in LA. For those of you who don't know what the Oscars are, they're basically the James Beard Awards for Hollywood movies. We're back.
Man, look at the shark.
Go get him.
Thank you. We're back.
Hello, Chicago. I've always wanted to say that.
Esther Choi, Gail Simmons, Eric Ajapong, and Andrew Zimmern. These are your fabulous hosts.
From this incredible team of co-hosts, good night.
Peace. Good night.
That was an amazing look at the archives. Last year was bigger than ever with Esther Choi, Gail Simmons, Eric Ajapong, and Andrew Zimmern. This year we're going to go quadruple hosts again. Look at who we have here. We have, epic. It's epic. We have Nyesha Arrington, Richard Blais, Amanda Freitag, and Marcus Samuelsson, our fabulous hosts for tonight. I'm overwhelmed by the star power right now.
So are we. This is such a humbling night. Amazing.
I'm just glad I'm not standing directly next to Marcus because I cannot compete with the fashion.
It's like standing next to the sun.
Can I just tell you guys, we just walked back of the house. The amount of people, the amount of chefs cooking for other chefs, how nerve-wracking would that be, right?
It's an unbelievable night, but I think I need to talk to you specifically about the fact that, do you know this fun fact that you have cooked at the James Beard House more than any other chef?
I did not know that.
So I just want you to
what else do we have in the fun fact?
I just want you to look at this. You were cooking there at the 30th anniversary.
Yes.
And what does that feel like for you in your career, and the fact that Fariel is nominated tonight and you are hosting?
Oh, it's we're so excited for Fariel and the entire Hallmark team. But also, Melba is here from Harlem. Sylvia Woods family is here. It's such a special night,
I think Uptown is in the house.
Uptown is in the building, but we're not gonna jinx it.
Okay, you guys, I can't keep you here any longer, even though I want to talk to you more, because you have to host this show.
Yeah.
So you guys get backstage.
I just want to say I'm so honored to be here with you and with all of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are thrilled. This is going to be the best show ever.
Beautiful.
And Amanda and Nyesha promised to host the whole thing. So me and, like we just going to be like hanging out, right?
Okay, you guys
Yeah,
are...
Man, don't make all the women do the work.
We got this.
Can we just talk about how good you all look? I just want to take a moment. I mean, look at you. I just look, yeah, I know.
Don't talk to me.
That was like 3 hair
Don't talk to me right
flips.
now.
Okay, how fun is it to see all of our favorite people in food so dressed up to the nines?
No, they asked me what my most excited moment is, and I said seeing everyone dressed up, not being in chef coats, out of the kitchen, celebrating life, celebrating greatness,
Yes.
and culinary excellence. Like, what an opportunity to connect. People coming from all over the nation. I mean, such a glorious moment, truly.
Pride and joy.
I have chills right now. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now go host.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, and you guys go backstage, and because I don't want to get in trouble. Now let's head back to Sophia live on the carpet, who's standing by with James Beard Foundation CEO Claire Reichenbach.
Yes, I am. I am here with the fabulous Claire. Claire, you look so amazing.
Sophia, so do you, as ever.
We do what we can, right? What does tonight mean to you?
You know, tonight is just such a phenomenal celebration of our incredible industry, of the independent restaurant industry in all guises and the full ecosystem. And I'm so excited for this evening because it's a full house, completely sold out. I think there's nearly 3,000 people in the stunning lyrics. I think it's going to be electrifying in there.
Are you nervous?
I'm always tingly and exhilarated at this point. I mean, you can feel the energy. It's just palpable. So it's going to be great.
Absolutely. I couldn't believe it. The carpet. I mean, it is absolutely packed. It's still packed. So, this sold me out on it all. I'm like, I absolutely believe you. Also, I know you normally wear blue.
Oh, no, God. Well done for remembering. This is my nod to the Oscars of the food world. I thought I'd go a bit statuesque for the day.
I mean, wow. Honestly, also perfect. Yes, Oscar. You literally look like an Oscar. Give me a spin. I need a spin. I love it. Gorgeous. Stunning. I'm so thrilled and so happy for you. I know this is just such a big, special night.
It's just so wonderful to see the community come together. And this is just about celebration. And it's about recognizing the incredible role of chefs and operators and all the beverage professionals and everybody in the ecosystem and giving them the time in the sun. And it is so rewarding for us.
I mean, it's rewarding for me too. So, you know what? Congratulations tonight. I mean, congratulations all the time because, for me, I'm always so proud to be part of this organization. So, congratulations. I'm sending it back to you, Nilo.
Thank you,
Back to you,
Sophia.
Francis.
We are lucky to be joined by Chief Operating Officer of the James Beard House, Chris Moon. Hi. Congratulations. What a night. You must be over the moon about... I know. I had to do it. I'm so sorry.
Did they write that for you?
They did write that. I cannot take any credit for that. About everything that's happening in our industry. Tell me about how it feels to be here after, obviously, a full year of working to get here.
It feels really incredible. I have to say it's been such an amazing year for the food industry. I think I was just reflecting actually over the course of this weekend. It feels like there's a new trend. The number of chefs and restaurateurs and industry professionals that came to Chicago this weekend who aren't necessarily nominated, who aren't cooking at events but are here to support their peers, to me just really tells this story of how tight-knit our community really is and that the community is really invested in lifting each other up and celebrating each other's successes. And so it's just been an amazing weekend to be here.
Yeah, that is a really incredible part of this industry, and that's always, what really we're here to celebrate. Obviously, the awards are the highlight of the year for the foundation, but there's a lot of programs you do year-round that is sort of about accentuating and amplifying that sense of community. Tell us about the year in programs.
It's been a very busy year. We've continued to run our Chef Bootcamp program, which is our signature advocacy program for chefs. We've continued to run our women's leadership programs, helping women advance into position of leadership and ownership. But a few new things this year. We relaunched the Culinary Corps with the U.S. State Department, which is a really exciting development for us. And then we recently launched our Climate Solutions for Restaurant Survival campaign, which is a policy advocacy campaign that I'm sure we'll be talking about tonight, but really to help try to protect restaurants as the climate continues to change. And so lots going on at the Beard Foundation. Incredibly important for us to continue championing how the industry can advance, how we can make this a more sustainable industry and take care of the people that, make this industry so great.
Thank you so much for joining us. Please enjoy tonight.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here.
And the winner is Khan.
All right, we're going to start with Haitian Creole class. I'm going to say sac passé, which means what's up, and you're going to say nap boulé. That means it's burning, it's happening, we're hanging out, okay? So on 3, sac passé, nap boulé. All right. From barbecue to liberation, we have a lot to give to Haiti. Today I stand a son of Haitian immigrants, a son of my ancestors, and a member of a team 45 people deep. Who are committed to telling the story of Haiti and its contributions to the culinary arts and to American culture and to global culture altogether. I just want to say thank you to my amazing team for all your dedication, your perseverance, believing in me when things are extremely challenging. Thank you all.
Okay, so, I mean, Cannes last year, the question is what we're going to see this year. I want to send it down to the carpet with Sophia.
Oh, gorgeous.
Are you just so thrilled to be here?
Of course, every time. It's an honor. I feel special. I feel like a bird.
I was going to say, you're giving us feathers. Can I get a spin?
Yeah, of course.
What? This is you're so iconic.
Inspired by the national bird of Haiti today, which is the trogon. So this is my look.
That's so beautiful. Of course, Gregory, with the stories. I mean, you're such a James Beard icon at this point.
Thank you.
2015, obviously, the Best New Restaurant last year. Even the media awards, which people forget, but you, honey, you got that cookbook has an award.
I know, I'm in a few categories. I feel like I'm trying my best in a lot of different fields, but it feels good to. I mean, I stand by the James Beard Foundation. I stand by the ethos. I stand by the values. I've been a part of the foundation for many, many years, cooking at the Beard House many times. So I'm just happy to be able to be honored by them in any way possible.
I mean, absolutely. You also cooked last night with the Leadership Awards. How was that? Was that stressful?
The Leadership Awards?
Yeah, you did the food last night for the Leadership Awards.
We brought our team out. My chef Aranya, she came out. Our pastry chef Gabby, she crushed it. She did our dessert, the baked Haiti. So it feels really good to be able to bring my team into the fold and, make our food for people who haven't had it. It always is very special.
Are you still nervous at this point? Do you get nervous as a nominee? I'm like, are you nervous tonight? I know you're representing the Pacific Northwest, which, hello.
It's a lot of weight to carry to represent for your city and state. So I'll probably get nervous closer to my category. But, yeah, I'm a little bit more calm this year than the years past. So
I was going to say, after that Best New Restaurant, your speech made me cry last year.
I was tears. Our whole group was in tears. It was everything, but it felt very special. That was a very special moment because it was all about the team. We were all here, and I really wanted to show how collectively we can come together and have a diverse female-led teams and have excellent execution and just crush it. So
I mean, I've eaten at the restaurant many times, as you know. So yes. Are you more excited to be nominated or to present?
I mean, both are awesome. Best New Restaurant's a big deal.
No, it's like a big deal.
So, I feel so cool, being able to, pass the crown over to someone and just have them start their beautiful career and congratulate them on a great new year. And, I think we're all just want to be great American restaurants, and it's really the start winning that award,
Also, as a New Yorker, I just have to flex a little with your little New York restaurant that's happening.
Yes, I am opening up a restaurant and a few other concepts in New York City, spring of 25, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be a very, very cool concept, looping in tons of culture, and I'm excited to come back to New York City, the place where I grew up.
Are you kidding? I'm going to be at the restaurants every day. You're excited? I'm excited as a New Yorker. I'm going to be down there. When I saw that news, I thought, oh my God, we have to talk about that today. So I am so excited about that. I know you're forever Portland though. That's in your heart.
Yeah, Portland. I'm a tree and grass boy, But I'm also a city boy, so I've always kind of felt like bi-coastal. And but I love New York. I love Portland. So I'll just be in two places at once.
That's your life growing up. I'm the same, just like me. I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I feel like I never set out to have a career. I was there at this moment when almost nobody cared about food, and I did, and I just went for it, and it turned into a lifetime. I think what I'm most proud of is that I never stood still. I kept doing things I didn't know how to do, and wondering what the next thing I don't know how to do that I'm going to do is.
Okay, lifetime achievement, Ruth Reichel. I mean, what is there to say except for this award is so epic, and the fact that Madhur Jaffrey won it last year. She is in no surprise, great company, and she still shines.
The thing with.
And speaking of our honoree, tonight's Lifetime Achievement Award winner joins us, Ruth Reichel. I feel like I'm in the presence of royalty, and I am. Food royalty.
Well, thank you.
You're more democratic than that, I understand.
Although she didn't make me bow earlier.
Kneel.
Ruth, I know it feels weird to talk about lifetime achievement because you have so much more that you want to do. But what do you think of this moment? What are you thinking as you are in this room?
I can't believe it, honestly. But the other thing I'm thinking is, I've been to Beards since the first one. And I keep thinking what a generational change there's been, how much food has changed. And this generation is so different, so much more diverse, so more exciting. And it gives me really great hope for what will happen in food going forward.
Well, okay, I love that you're, as always, talking about other people. Although your books are often about yourself, and that's fine. But you always want to talk about other people. But you're no stranger to winning Beard Awards. You've won 6, I believe. But what does it mean to you to win the Lifetime Achievement?
Thank you for pushing that.
I can't quite believe it. I mean, all weekend people have been saying to me, you're a legend. And I don't feel like a legend. I just do what I do. And, I feel like the luckiest person on earth. I've gotten to do exactly what I wanted my whole life. And, I do feel that not just me, but a whole group of us of my generation really changed America Eats, and it's a great feeling. I mean, it's a feeling like, oh, we really did something. We accomplished something, and this is it.
I mean, absolutely. Like, your work, both as a writer, journalist, and as an editor and like a leader in our industry, like, you've opened so many doors for people in their perception of food, and also like so many doors, like,
for this
I keep getting emotional because, like, you kickstarted my career and the career of hundreds, if not thousands of people. So I am so happy for you. I do have one more question, though. So the Beard Awards are often referred to as the Oscars of the food world. Do you know who coined that term?
I do not. Do you?
Here's the trivia answer. You did.
I did? Are you serious?
Your report from the very first Beard Awards, you refer to it as the Food Oscars. And literally, there could not have been anyone else who did it before you because that was the very first one.
That is amazing. I had no idea. None. And I've always wondered, who did that?
Look in the mirror, Ruth. It was you all along.
Wow. What a great coda to this talk.
I have to say, you've stumped Ruth, and I really like it. I feel like you've given us so much. We're very grateful that you have done all the things you've done, and obviously we're watching to see what else you do next. And you just enjoy this evening and just float on that cloud.
I am going to float. I'm going to float right out of here.
Well, first you got to go inside.
Oh.
We still have 3 hours to go.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
From Lifetime Achievement to Emerging Chef of the Year 2024, the James Beard House does it all. For more, we send it down to the carpet to Sophia.
I am here with the fabulous Fariel Abdullahi. Give me a spin. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Emerging Chef, how do you feel?
Super proud and just very excited to be here with everyone.
Were you totally expecting it? Was it unexpected? I was expecting it.
I don't want to say I was expecting it, but it was a long time coming.
I will say, this woman has actually been in different continents, has cooked in dozens and dozens of restaurants. A funny story, we did the Met Gala together, 2021.
Yes, we did, and I, showed up with the headpiece then, but today I had to show up in the full attire.
I mean, stunning. Who made this?
This is part of my family.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So this is very specific to my region in Ethiopia called Harar. And for very special occasions, this is how we show up. So I had to show up as a Harari,
I just can't. It's actually really hard for me to actually just look at you and just be here and not just like give you a hug. I'm trying to keep my decorum because you don't understand, New Yorkers, this woman, I mean, Havenmar, executive chef, I mean, on TV, I mean, you're doing it all. What's the future? How do you feel?
Oh, I mean, well, I don't know.
Tell me, what do you think? How are you feeling tonight?
I feel really great. I'm just really proud to be here. You know, no matter what the outcome is, I'm just really proud to be here.
Are you nervous?
Yes, but very excited. You know, my whole team, my family is watching, my team at Havenmar is watching, so I just want to make everybody proud. I want everybody to be proud.
Everybody's already proud. Trust me. Give me a hug. Congratulations.
Hello.
When you're at O'Hare in Chicago, don't forget to stop by the American Airlines flagship lounge to sample dishes created by James Beard Award winner, Chicago's very own Sarah Grunberg. And speaking of Sarah Grunberg, here she is on the red carpet with us.
Hello.
You're going to be presenting the Outstanding Hospitality Award. How does that feel?
It's incredible. It's one of the, I mean, that award is really encompassing of what we all do on a daily basis. And I am thrilled to be presenting for a team award.
That's really incredible because most chefs don't necessarily feel that way. They feel like, oh, there's a front and back of the house divide. What we take care of in the back is more important. But you really feel, I mean, you just said this is what we care about.
I want you to walk in the door and thing immediately, and that starts with the guests. It starts with the front door, to the server, to who fills your water, who cooks your food. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's really, you can't buy something and put it in the restaurant, right? A chair doesn't welcome you, but it's the people, it's the team, and that's really what it is.
Have you not seen the new AI chairs that will actually welcome you and take your order? And actually, I want to ask you another question, Chef. So, you know, you're doing the food in the Chicago airport. You've become such an ambassador for the city, like one of the favorite chefs in the city. You're originally from Texas.
I am.
What brought you here?
To cook Italian food. I flew here to work at Spiaggia, and I got to attend my first James Beard Awards in New York with Tony and the Spiaggia team. We were up for service at the time. It was incredible, and so I fell in love with Italy, and I fell in love with Chicago, and I'm so happy that it's my home.
Okay, speaking of home, it's always such a great place for us to come visit. Why is it that Chicago is such a good food town?
Oh man, I think because we're smack dab in the middle of the country, we have great seasonal ingredients, and we're just people who love to party and drink and eat. I mean, it's like we have sports and food and chefs. That's really what Chicago's about. And I just think it's a good melting pot of our country altogether.
Sarah, thank you so much for being here. Mwah.
Thanks for coming, Chef.
Guys.
Welcome to Chicago's O'Hare and Midway International Airports, where your journey begins with a taste of culinary excellence. In a city known for its bold flavors and unapologetic appetite, Chicago's culinary landscape tells a story of tradition, innovation, and the boundless creativity. Featuring world-renowned chefs, including James Beard Award winners, who have crafted menus to appeal to every palate. From savory to sweet, indulge in a symphony of flavors that reflect the vibrant culinary scene of Chicago. Whether you're craving a burger or something more gourmet, there's something to satisfy everyone's appetite. So, before you take off on your next adventure, get yourself a taste of Chicago at the over 170 curated dining options waiting for you at Chicago's airports. As a proud sponsor of the James Beard Awards, the Chicago Department of Aviation would like to applaud the city's past and present winners and congratulate all the 2024 nominees and recipients.
The Lee initiative stands for Let's Empower Employment. Everything that we do is rooted in the idea of making a kinder restaurant industry.
The thing with the Lee initiative is we don't have the answers. We never did and we never will. You know, part of our goal is to always search for solutions, be creative about them, and inspire people to sort of take on that journey as well.
I love the restaurant industry. I'm raising my children in it, and I want it to be kinder for the next generation of people.
We are now joined by Edward Lee, who is the recipient of Humanitarian of the Year award. Congratulations, Edward. How does it feel to be recognized for doing a really good thing?
It's a lot of responsibility. I feel like it's a big, weight. It's awesome. It is so humbling, and I'm just deeply thankful. We don't do this work for accolades and awards, but it always feels nice when you get the recognition. So deeply thankful. It's amazing. We continue to do it, and it's something that we're 7 years into it. So I'm committed to it, and we're going to keep on.
So how many? Oh, sorry. How many mentees have there been now?
Oh gosh, no. We've had over 30 mentees graduate through our women's chefs and spirits program. About 2 million meals that we did for restaurant workers during COVID. Over $2.5 million in grants to Black-owned restaurants during the last 3 years, and we're just continuing on.
So the Lee Initiative, which is the name of the organization, you mentioned actually several different programs, mentorship programs, direct grant funds to Black-owned businesses. What was the impetus to start it, and actually give us the overview of what all the programs are?
It was interesting. We started really in response to the Me Too movement. So I have a co-founder and managing partner, Lindsay of Sasek, both based in Louisville, Kentucky, and we really started it because we wanted to show that in the aftermath of the Me Too movement that let's do something positive for the industry. Let's show how good we can be. Let's something that is going to have long-term legs, not a knee-jerk reaction. And we really deeply care about this industry, and we wanted to show something positive. And then that's taken off and done incredibly well. But, during that time, COVID happened, obviously, and we just turned into a relief feeding kitchen. And just that's when our nonprofit really went from a one initiative nonprofit to all these different arms, because so much aid was needed during that time, and we were fortunate enough to have incredible partners that gave us support and money and funding and all the things that we needed. So it just kind of took off from there, and we've never looked back. It keeps growing, and it's an amazing thing to just walk around here and have people recognize the good work that we do, and it makes me, everything aside, it makes you feel good that you can give something back to the industry.
And you and I have known each other for a long time, and I know, the first time we hung out, it wasn't so much serious conversations about what was wrong with the industry. It was more like, hey, it's 3 o'clock, where's Ed? But, having known you for this long and seeing how sort of broad your interests are and how you bring your whole self to your work as certainly a chef and with restaurants, chef and restaurateur, with your books, you have multiple books, cookbooks and narratives, really telling big picture stories. And now with the Lee Initiative, what keeps you inspired, motivated to keep going?
It's weird. I've never clinically been diagnosed with ADD, but I certainly have this thing. I get bored very easily, and I don't know. I love, as long as it is about food, I love everything, whether it's the cooking, the storytelling, the people, the health, everything in this industry, all the people I've met, all my best friends are in this industry, all my heroes are in this industry, all the good that I've seen done in the world is through this industry, so I'm just really grateful to be a part of it and to be able to give back. Listen, there's still some late nights here and there. Fewer and far between now as I get older. And I never want to kind of forget about that part of it, which is the fun, the joy, it's all of it. But at the same time, we need help. There's some stuff in this industry that needs a little bit of cleaning up and a little bit of improving. And, as I get, I'm not saying I'm into my career, but as I get on in years, I want to leave something back to this industry that's given me so much. So if I can do that in any small way, that feels great to me.
Well, we are very, very grateful for you, and congratulations, and have an amazing night.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
See you.
Congratulations to Edward Lee on joining this illustrious list of Humanitarian of the Year winners.
period.
Congratulations to this year's America's Classic winners. We have Mandalay from San Francisco, Vietnam Restaurant from Philadelphia, Pheasant Restaurant and Lounge from Brookings, Sylvia's Restaurant from New York City, Wade's Restaurant from Spartanburg, and Peppermill Restaurant and Fireside Lounge from Las Vegas.
I am here with Marcus Woods of Sylvia Restaurant. How do you feel tonight?
I feel good. I'm excited. I'm happy. This is a lot, but I'm just happy to be here.
What would your grandmother say about this moment?
She would say all of this for us cooks, you know, that's what we do. We cook for people, and it's just good to get that recognition every once in a while. It's such a great feeling.
I mean, I'm a fellow New Yorker. I've eaten at the restaurant many, many times. And there's just something, what I feel like when I walk in is like, I feel like I'm eating in someone's home. Do you know what I mean? Was that the intention that your grandmother had?
It's love. You know, Sylvia, my grandmother always told us to cook for people like you're cooking for your child. So I think when you cook for people like you're cooking for your child, they feel that. And love is something that you really can't translate in a recipe, but it tastes good.
I mean, it makes sense for you to be in the American Classics category. You know, when I think heritage restaurants in New York, I feel like Sylvia's is kind of the only one left, you know?
There's a lot of us left, you know. I think we just need to make sure that we do continue to support the businesses that were the bedrocks for this world that we have now. You know, chefs are celebrities now, you know, and it wasn't always like that. We were service people. Hospitality. We took care of people. It's the same way doctors don't get all the love that we should, but we take care of people, and we're just happy to know that love is received if you do it the right way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and congratulations, not just to you, but to your family, to the restaurant.
It's so many of us. It's a lot of us. You know, it would take a million of us to do what Sylvia did, but we're trying our best. So
I love it. Well, congratulations. Have a great night.
From America's Classics to the best new restaurant, here's a look at the list of 2024 nominees. And we are now joined by Jarrett Risley, who is nominated for Best New Restaurant for Shan in Bozeman, Montana. Hi, Jarrett.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I've really been curious about this, so I have to ask you. You left Southeast Asia and moved to Bozeman and opened a mountain restaurant. Please explain.
Long story short, the pandemic kind of crushed my businesses in Bangkok, and I closed a couple restaurants in Hong Kong and Bangkok. Moved back to the United States for the first time since 2001, lived out of my Subaru in a tent, pulled over in Bozeman, Montana, and opened a restaurant last year. I can't believe we're here.
Yeah, just,
it's as simple as that.
For maybe the most important, award of the night.
I mean, what we're trying to do, I'm just trying to take my culinary experience in China and Thailand and translate it to what's available in the mountains of Montana. And the community's been incredibly supportive, and I'm just thrilled that it's worked.
You know, so many times you see chefs talk about, we're really inspired by our local products, our local ingredients. I think it's so interesting that you've taken that idea and kind of like brought it to an abstract level, which is you live in Bozeman, which is gorgeous big sky country, obviously surrounded by mountains, but your actual culinary influence is, again, the mountains of China, the mountainous regions of Thailand, northern Thailand specifically, but kind of all over Thailand, but also using local ingredients. How is that working?
It's been incredible. Ranchers actually come to us now. There's a guy down the road that raises Meishan pigs from China, and he came to me and said, hey, would you be interested in cooking these? And I couldn't believe it. I work with bison ranchers, people that are raising heritage beef. One rancher told me that it felt like his beef went on a vacation when he came there to eat. Which is pretty good. Yeah.
It's a long vacation. Yeah. Beef went on a very long vacation.
Absolutely.
Okay, we are so thrilled to have you here. Congratulations, and I can't wait to get out to Bozeman.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Have a great night.
So, big congratulations to our Best New Restaurant nominees, and look at who we found on our perch. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome, Sophia.
Oh, I'm so happy. It's nice up here.
It is nice up here. How was the red carpet?
It was a little cold down there, but the fashions were fashioning.
But hang on. Very important. We need to talk about the last three categories, the big categories.
The big ones.
What are we thinking?
Outstanding Restaurateur, Outstanding Restaurant, and Outstanding Chef. One thing I think is really interesting about these categories and how they're actually judged now, it's a different criteria than it used to be.
What do you mean?
Well, I think in the past it was all about like legacy and like big portfolios. Like Outstanding Restaurateur was usually about a restaurateur who had, many successful, profitable businesses.
It was more of a heritage.
Yeah, and legacy.
That's right.
The Outstanding Restaurant, by rule, had to be at least 10 years old. And I feel like it used to be like, Per Se is turning 10 this year. Chalk that one up.
Are you saying that you think this is what happened, or you think that was actually what
No. By rule, it used to be you had to be 10 years old to win Outstanding Restaurant, and now they got rid of that, because I think what they're trying to say is, yes, legacy is amazing and important, but also for Outstanding Restaurant, for instance, there could be someone doing something really unique, that the rest of the industry can be learning from right now, and it doesn't have to be 10 years old.
Absolutely. The story behind it, the way they're making the food, technique, sustainability, culture. There's so many things now.
I mean, bringing a new voice into the fore is a legitimate way of looking at Outstanding.
Right.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
A young cook, I love that and very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
I want things to move more in that direction.
Okay, so I can't even. The night is far from done for us. We will be it's only getting started. We will be heading in a few moments upstairs to our perch on the 3rd floor of the beautiful Lyric Opera House to watch the James Beard Award medallions as they're presented to our esteemed friends in the industry. Throughout the ceremony, Francis, Sophia, and I will be sharing our thoughts with you as each winner is announced. Until then, on behalf of Sophia Rowe, Francis Lamb, and myself, we thank you for watching and bid you farewell from the Red Carpet Show. The 2024 James Beard Awards presented by Capital One start right now. Love ya. Bye.
I got some old school stuff going on in here.
Love it. What about chicken pie?
I think James will like that.
Well, the key is it's got to be something flavorful, delicious, summery, but elevated, just like you.
All right, something for the people.
For the people. Let's get to work.
Crust. Check.
Nice. You know what? I made it a bit spicy.
Ooh.
You think you mind?
I think you'll like it.
Looks good.
Let's throw it in the oven.
When you eat and cook together, the food tastes so much better.
I totally agree. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Let's dig in.
Let's dig in. You ready?
Wait a minute. We don't have time to eat.
We gotta go to Chicago.
We gotta go.
What?
Ah!
Wait for me.
Wait.
We're going this way?
I think we should go this way.
All right, let's go.
Please welcome to the stage Amanda Freitag and Marcus Samuelsson.
Come on, Marcus.
What?
Yes! Wow!
Chicago, you guys look good.
You guys are looking fine tonight. Talk about a door-to-door dash.
Listen.
Were we just in New York?
This is epic. I saw some icons in the building. I saw Rick Bayless.
Oh my God.
Right?
Michelle Nyesha.
Right?
We saw our girl Melba. Where are you, Melba?
Melba's in the building, of
Yeah.
course. Are we excited? Are we hyped?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I'm ready. Are you
So,
ready?
I'm ready. Boom.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the 2024 James Beard Restaurant and Chef Awards, everybody.
Woo!
What?
Yes!
Wow. 34 years and kicking. What a year it's been.
Wow.
Right? It's been epic.
Yeah. What happened this year?
I think, besides the Drake and Kendrick beef.
There was a beef?
Speaking about beef, who's your chef beef?
I don't have a beef with anybody, Marcus. You know I love everybody.
I only have one restaurant chef beef.
How is that
and
possible?
it's right here in Chicago. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Are we going to start a fight?
It is with the entire team of Kasana Restaurant.
Where
you
are
know
you
how
guys?
good that restaurant is? It is so good. It makes me feel bad. And I feel like, should I quit or go back in the kitchen?
Get back in the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to Kasana team, man.
And you and I go way back, right?
Yes.
How far back? I mean, we're talking 30,
vintage.
30, 40.
Pre-internet. Pre-internet.
Before the internet.
Yes.
But, you know, I have had my most memorable times when you and I are together.
Yes, we've done many, many collaborations.
Yes.
And all I know is food, everything tastes better.
Together.
Together.
Together. I love it. I couldn't agree more, Marcus. And look at all of you guys. And look at these chefs that are popping in to say hello.
Whoa!
Hi, guys.
Yes.
Yes. Let's give it up for all the chefs who will be cooking for us tonight after the show, because you're going to be hungry. And they better head over to Union Station, because they're probably in the weeds right now.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know if you can relate to that. And are you ready for our first award?
I think so.
I think we're ready. Are you guys ready?
What? And this is a good one. It's a good place to start, right?
Yes.
It honors someone that is early in their journey, someone that is new and vibrant.
Yes.
We used to be
new and vibrant.
New and vibrant?
Oh, God, we're not anymore? We used to be. We once were. We're just aging like fine wine.
Yes.
We're just getting better. But do you remember when you won the Rising Star Award?
I do.
I remember too. And you were about 10 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And seriously, this is the moment where careers take off. So let's pour on the love for the nominees of the Rising Star Awards.
2%. Yes.
Yes, that's right. Give us love.
Yes, I'm nervous.
Yes.
To present our first award for Emerging Chef, please welcome Anna Mandelbaum, National Gastronomy Partnership Manager from San Pellegrino.
Love it. Where's Anna? There you are. Hey.
Thank you so much, Marcus and Amanda. Nominees for the following awards display 3 exceptional characteristics that speak directly to San Pellegrino's values. First, extraordinary talent. Second, the potential to contribute meaningfully to their communities and the wider food system. And third, a deep commitment to the values enshrined in the mission of the James Beard Foundation. So without further ado, here are the nominees for the Emerging Chef Award presented by San Pellegrino.
Southern Junction. Masako Morishita, Paris.
And the winner is Masako Morishita.
For those of you who have just joined us and missed the Red Carpet Show, I am Nilu Mohammed with Francis Lam and Sophia Rowe. We are going to be commentating the entire time throughout the show and congratulating amazing winners like Masako Morishita for Emerging Chef.
So incredible. I mean, she's come a long way since being a cheerleading coach. 5 years, cooking on the side. Look at this.
Yeah, she's really an incredible story because she did not mean to be a chef. She was a journalist, she was a cheerleader, but she took over a restaurant that's already 40 years old.
Let's take a look.
And remade it.
Oh my God, amazing. Oh my
Wow!
God.
This is my wildest American dream came true. I first really want to thank my team, everybody who worked for me through my cooking career. Without them, I'm nobody. I really, really enjoy working with everybody. Thank you so much for all your support and love. Also, I want to thank my family, especially my husband, Brad, has been a biggest cheerleader of mine. He's crying right now for me. Thank you. And I'm from Japan. I cook Japanese food, but I cook Japanese comfort food. which is overshadowed by like everybody knows sushi, everybody knows ramen, nobody knows about Japanese comfort food. But this is the cuisine the Japanese mom has been cooking with love for centuries for their family. That's what I do, and I really hope like I'm making my all the Japanese moms proud. And with all the immigrant ladies, I did it, I can do it, so everybody can do it. Whatever you have dream, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, just let's step one step forward, because we got this. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Woo! Congratulations. That was really emotional. It's hard. You guys know I'm the crier, so that took a lot to come back. And now, please welcome the Chief Executive Officer of the James Beard Foundation, Claire Reichenbach.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here tonight to celebrate the incredible, the talented, and tenacious people who are leading and evolving the rich tapestry of America's food culture today. It's a full house. We oversold. I want to wave up to the people in the gods. Thank you all so much for being here. The mission of the James Beard Foundation is to honour, champion and celebrate your talent and your achievements, and to join you in advocating for the health of our industry and the broader food system at large. We're aware there's a lot going on in the world right now, and there are so many pressures in the system. But tonight is about celebration, a celebration of excellence across the culinary ecosystem. And tonight we honour and applaud all the nominees. Let's also take a moment to acknowledge all the previous James Beard Award winners that we have with us this evening. Let's give them they stand up, let's give them a round of applause as well. All right, stand up. Yeah. Woo! So much talent in the house. And these awards are our most profiled expression of our work, but we are here to support the industry throughout the year. And here's a short video that touches on some of our broader programming. We know very well that our industry is facing real challenges at the moment, and extreme weather events are having a profound economic impact on restaurants across the country, from the availability and the cost of ingredients to the interruption of daily operations. It's widespread and it's getting worse. And recognising that, we've launched our Climate Solutions for Restaurant Survival campaign. Policy change is needed for sustained and scaled solutions. and policymakers, they want and need to hear your stories to truly understand the extent of the impact on your businesses, so that they can help drive the changes needed to ensure that our industry survives and thrives for generations to come. That's the ambition of our campaign, and we want all of you to be part of it. If we do nothing, the impact of climate change will challenge the very viability of the independent restaurant industry and the invaluable ecosystem it supports. So please visit our website, jamesbeard.org, use your voice, use your agency, and get involved. Okay. And now let's get on with the evening. Enjoy. Thank you so much.
All right, to present the next awards with me, I want to bring up a friendly rival. That's different from a frenemy because we're actually friends, and we always have been known to throw down sometimes. You guys may have seen those cooking competitions, right? We're slightly competitive. And let me tell you, she will hit you with all of it, from fancy dining to cocktails to pizza to pastry. Please welcome the fabulous Elizabeth Faulkner.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Amanda. It's so exciting to be here in front of all of you. I know the feeling. It's also fun to be here without our aprons on, cooking for a competition clock.
That's right.
I don't even know how to talk slow. Like, I had to practice this because I'm like, I just talk fast, I got to cook fast. Anyway, I have a little history with this category. Contenders for this award suit up before the sun and start their ovens before the morning rush. I used to have an award-winning patisserie restaurant and bar called Citizen Cake in San Francisco.
Yes. Love that place.
And I can tell you that the pastry chef and or baker often arrives earlier than the other cooks and leaves after the other cooks and leaves after dessert is served. They are original, creative, hardworking, dedicated, organized. They are the most unbelievable people in the kitchen in my mind.
I agree.
Every single person listen, I've already investigated a lot of people here. Every single person in this list is a heavy hitter. But the award can only go to one tonight. And the nominees for Outstanding Pastry Chef or Baker are
Susan Bay, Moon Rabbit, Jesus Brazon and Manuel Brazon, Caracas Bakery, Atsuko Fujimoto, Norimoto Bakery, Crystal Cass, Valentine, Anna Posey, Elska.
I am so nervous. Why are we nervous? And the winner is Atsuko Fujimoto.
Atsuko Fujimoto left Japan to pursue a career in journalism and a new life in Portland, Maine. When she arrived, she decided that she should go to 4th Street and give a handwritten note to Chef Sam Hayward and see whether she could get a job in his pastry program.
Wow.
And since then, it has been only success. Look at this. The fact that this well-deserved win is happening tonight is incredible. This woman works so hard. She even grows her own fruit on 3 acres that she lives on and puts it in her beautiful danishes. One of the things that I love about her is, as a way to give back to this community that welcomed her, the bakery offers free meals to school students with no questions asked. Anyone who shows up who's hungry, she's feeding them.
Also, the most delicious pastries I've had them recently.
Yes.
So, just so good. Wow.
Who's that? Oh my God, what a view. Thank you so much. Oh, I gotta first thank my staff. Sorry, I wasn't planning to it, so I have to gather myself. Sorry. But thank you, my staff, Mimi, Carrie, Fern, Jonathan, Lindsay, and Caitlin. This is a small team, just 6 employees in Portland, Maine. And this is a golden team. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you guys too. I want to thank my family who are here today, Brian and Nika, and my family in Japan. I'm from Japan. And I want to thank my mom for letting me wear this kimono tonight. It's so uncomfortable. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it now. And I'm sorry, I'm wearing sneakers tonight, but I work in the kitchen, you know. So, and lastly, most importantly, I want to thank everyone that I worked with and I have worked for in the past 20 years in Portland, in the kitchens in Portland, Maine. I came to Portland from Tokyo 23 years ago, and I was already 30 years old. I had no kitchen experience, and yet here I am, and I was just able to continue working in a kitchen, even though I had no experience at all. Just because I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed working with them each day. So I want to thank them all the food people in Portland, Maine. Thank you for making me a baker. Thank you so much.
There's more to come. Wow, this is exciting. Okay. So the next award recognizes the essential, almost holy spaces where great baked goods thrive. For Outstanding Bakery, here are the nominees.
The Bourquet Bakehouse, Gusto Bread, Jinju Patisserie, Mel the Bakery, Zoo Bakery.
And the award goes to Zoo Bakery.
Well, it looks like Portland, Maine might be vying for pastry capital of America.
I love it. Incredible. Back-to-back wins.
I know. This is great. I need to go up there ASAP and eat some of these delicious baked goods. You know, what's great about Zoo is that they have this beautiful wood-burning oven that is the heart and hearth of the bakery and is going all day long. So you go there in the early morning for croissants and cream scones and monkey bread, and then you continue all day long. They don't have the same things all day, but they're amazing regardless.
Wow.
Thank you so much to the James Beard Foundation. This is such an incredible honor. And I've met so many incredible people here in on the rooftop last night, which was spectacular. And I wrote something thinking I would never read this, so thank you to my parents for buying my first frying pan when I was 8 years old. Thank you to my beautiful wife who is here with me tonight and who has supported me through the many changes and challenges of this bakery over the last 20 years. She inherited a baker's schedule without choosing to be a baker. Thank you to my kids, Talia and Emil, for being remarkable at so many things, including working the counter at the bakery. Thank you to my bakery crew, past and present, Emily for the first year, Sam, who started just over a month ago, and Zeph, who's been with me for a year and a half since first opening the new space, and has become both a right hand and a dear companion. So actually, Norimoto has a very big crew compared to me. Thank you to my baker friends from the early Alan Scott days. Thank you to my brother and sister-in-law for letting me turn a barn into a bakery many years ago. Thank you to my loyal and lovely customers, for many of whom are now friends. Thank you to the nearby businesses for being part of a beautiful neighborhood cluster. Thank you to the Benihana chef, now almost 50 years ago, who changed the direction of my life. There I tasted real flavors of well-made, fast-cooked food and saw the expression of cooking as a craft visible and generously accessible to the public. And lastly, thank you to James Beard for writing Beard on Bread, which was the first real bread book that I read. He ended the introduction with this: "It is a mysterious business, this making of bread, and once you are hooked by the miracle of yeast, you'll be a bread maker for life." Thank you so much.
Hey, it is such a gorgeous spring summer night right here in Chicago. Well, you think almost you're in New York because you got the Woods family up front and Melba in the building. I see you, Harlem. Did you know there's a Harlem here in Chicago too? Right? But I do think a moment like this, think about all the craziness that goes on in the world and the fact that we are so privileged to be here together and share each other's stories. That's absolutely amazing, everybody. So I'm thinking about that. It's only fitting to take a moment to give thanks where thanks is due to our proud host, Choose Chicago. The James Beard Foundation, yes, absolutely, is grateful for their continued and dedicated partnership. Welcome, please welcome Choose Chicago intern. I think you got this job right now. If you're doing this in front of us, you got it. President and CEO, Richard Gamble.
Well, thank you, Marcus, and welcome to Chicago. Absolutely. What a pleasure to be back for the 10th year hosting the James Beard Awards right here in Chicago, my hometown. We know this weekend's festivities celebrate excellence in American cooking and our restaurant industry as a whole, with all our country's vast and varied culinary communities included. So it's an enormous honor to welcome every one of you here to savor the moment, sharing good food, drink, conversation, and inspiration while taking in the many delights that our town has to offer. Chicago's full of hardworking dreamers and visionary leaders. In just a second, I'll bring up one of our own. But first, let me offer my personal congratulations to all of the nominees in every category this weekend. Your own effort and brilliance are what tonight is all about. You make this moment, and you deserve this moment, and you should all be very, very proud of yourselves. And now, please join me in welcoming Chicago's very own Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Wow, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. That's more like it. I want to first thank the James Beard Foundation for continuing to bring this wonderful weekend of events to the greatest freaking city in the world, the city of Chicago. And of course, thank you to Choose Chicago and the Illinois Restaurants Association for being our wonderful hosts. I especially want to thank Choose Chicago's interim CEO, Richard Gamble, and Marcus has pretty much declared that he has the job, so that's kind of an awkward moment for me right now. But thank you, Rich, for your leadership, and the Illinois Restaurant Association President Sam Toya for their leadership and efforts. But really, to everyone who was traveling here this weekend, welcome. Welcome to the city of Chicago, where the world is on display. There are so many reasons why Chicagoans like myself take so much pride in this amazing city. And so many reasons why visitors come back to Chicago over and over again. And one of the reasons is its incredible culinary scene. The soul of Chicago and the diversity of our communities are reflected in our world-renowned culinary scene. From casual dining to some of the most celebrated fine dining establishments in the entire world. Chicago is home to more than 50 James Beard Award-winning chefs and restaurants. 50. whose food, talent, and passion and brilliance continue to put our city on the map. I'm thrilled to celebrate those restaurants tonight and all of the James Beard finalists and award winners. But I do want to give a special shout out to Brad for representing the Crying Husbands Committee as well as you did. Thank you, Brad. The key is to cry as you continue to smile. He perfected that. But to all of you who have poured so much energy and time and hope into the individuals who are being celebrated tonight, this weekend is an exciting opportunity to lift up our culinary industry and most of all to celebrate all of those who've dedicated their excellence both on the plate and off the plate. Now the hope is that next year I'm going to enter my vegan macaroni and cheese. I'm just hoping to just get a shot. Come on, y'all can make me feel better than that. It's a vegan macaroni cheese. First of all, everybody black in here is like, can you do that? But as mayor, I'm committed to working in partnership with our restaurant industry and seeing Chicago's food scene continue to reach new heights. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners, and especially those that are based here in Chicago. You make the people of Chicago so proud, and of course, you make the world proud. So let's continue to make sure that we are the best food scene in the entire world. And Marcus, don't you mention that other city any more time tonight, all right? God bless you all. God bless the greatest city in the world, the city of Chicago.
Please welcome James Beard Award winner, Outstanding.
Hello, Chicago. Good evening. My passion for wine began at my very first job as a server when two Swiss clients asked me what to eat and drink that night. I had never met people who were so passionate about food and wine, so I bought books in my afternoon break and started researching. I discovered I could travel the world not moving 1 inch from my chair in rural Austria. I was bitten by the bug immediately and captivated. Of course, wine is not the only drink that inspires such devotion. Nominees for the next award create unforgettable experiences that arrive in endless variety of liquid forms, and they find a perfect pairing. For outstanding wine and beverages and program, here are the nominees.
Lula Drake Wine Parlor, The Morris, Strongwater Anaheim, Tail Up Goat, Waxlight Bar Avant.
And the award goes to Lula Drake Wine Parlor.
Well, Lula Drake Wine Parlor is named after a real woman named Lula Drake. Her portrait even hangs in the bar. People love it for the warm hospitality, their killer cacio pepe, but of course, because of their rotating wine list. If you're a wine nerd, you need to get yourself to Lula Drake. And now, while their list changes frequently, their focus on natural wine does not. Last year, they were nominated for Outstanding Hospitality, and they brought their whole team, and it looks like they did bring a big group of their team as well tonight, which I love, because, you know, you have to celebrate en masse. Honestly, this is such a great celebration of Columbia, South Carolina. I know their hometown folks are cheering them right now. Yay. Look at that group. Look at that group. The well-dressed group, too. Ooh, I'm liking the velvet.
Oh, there's more.
He inspired me to be a song. I can't believe it. I almost didn't graduate kindergarten, y'all. My mom told me that my teacher came to her and said that I was a loner, that I had a lot of crazy ideas, and that I didn't play well with others. And my mom, being my mom, said, "Hey, that's a good thing, you know, to have a lot of ideas because you're a dreamer." And I have had many, many more ideas, and most of them were awful. Some of them were absolutely bonkers, but one of them stuck. One of them was a great idea, and that was opening a wine bar in my hometown of Columbia, South Carolina. create a place where I could share the wines that I'm passionate about, wines that are sustainable, organic, and biodynamic, and made by people who care about what they put in the bottle. And make no mistake, it doesn't get past me that I didn't get here alone. All of our guests that we've had the privilege to serve every night at Lula Drake helped us get here. I could read you a phone book size list of family and friends who were with us every step of the way. And my greatest privilege is to work with these amazing women and men who they teach me more about what it's like to be a good human than any book or wine consultant ever could do. And I love each and one of you so much. There are a few people that I do have to say thank you to. One is my amazing wife, Lori Gardner. I'll never forget when I told her what I wanted to do, and she said, you know, honey, what if no one wants these wines? Are you gonna adjust the list? And I said, we'll close. And I mean, she laughed, and I know it was in horror, but she did laugh, and that's what I love about you. And my daughter and my son-in-law are here tonight. I just became a new grandfather. I mean, this year is unfreaking believable. So finally, I would like to say thank you to the James Beard Foundation. Thank you for lifting and celebrating the dreamers of the world tonight, and for all of those that come after. Peace, and y'all come see us in Columbia, South Carolina.
For many of us, life would not be complete without a special place to savor beverages of choice. For outstanding bars, these are the nominees.
Bar Hill Cocktail Bar, Clavel Mezcaleria, Jewel of the South, Las Ramblas, Pacific Cocktail Haven.
And the award goes to Jewel of the South.
Okay. Well, after taking back-to-back wins in this category in 2017 and 2018, New Orleans is back, baby.
Love it.
The birthplace of the cocktail. And Jewel of the South is all about New Orleans. In a gorgeous 1830 Creole cottage in the French Quarter, the drinks are all about Chris Hanna's love of historic ingredients and revived classics. Remember, I said it, New Orleans is the birthplace of the cocktail. And I know St. Louis Street's going to be live tonight.
Okay, so I've never been to this bar, but now it's right at the top of my list.
I just went there at a wedding.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding in New Orleans and popping.
Yeah.
And also gorgeous. Like absolutely stunning.
It's stately in that way that only New Orleans can have. It has that mystique.
That's the thing about Nola. It just gives and gives and gives. Look at his outfit, also giving.
I know.
Oh, there's
no, but it kind of makes sense. Inside, this vibe, this attire is exactly what you get inside the bar.
This is the embodiment
That's
of it.
exactly true. It is what it feels so New Orleans in there.
My restaurant list just got longer and longer, and now my bar list is also longer and longer.
It's definitely a place where you'd want to, I don't know, I think it's like a place where you want to have a lot of people, but also like go on a date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe an assignation.
Oh my God. Amazing, 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 amazing. I would like to tell all the chefs, thank you again. I said it again. I said it 9 years ago. Happy to be back. But thank you for letting the bar program be part of this amazing award. It's the highest achievement, you know, This is fantastic. John Stubbs, Victoria Espinel, thank you. You guys are fantastic. Like 5 years ago when we were wondering about that call, when you were in DC, should we keep Jewel going? I was obviously in the courtyard, chilling during Corona. I was like, yeah, maybe. Anyway, I'm very happy. Thank you guys so much for that. Sean, you're fantastic. I love you. Head bartender, Shannolito, Shannon, and working right now. Everybody who's working at Jewel of the South, we have 2 bottles of cognac at Black Penny and a gang of non-alcoholic beer ready for you guys when you get off work. I know you're watching. This is fantastic. Not really ready for this, but I just want you to say personally to everybody in this room, especially the chefs, because I'm behind the bar. I talk to guests every day. They don't always talk to you, only when they want to say hello, which is awesome. But there was one thing that's happened to me for 9 years working after James Beard's and winning at James Beard's. There's people who come into the bar and they ask about, what do you really think of the James Beard Awards? What do you think about the whole like this and that? And I don't want to bring in anything negative to the table, but I'm trying to say I know that I see it in their mind because I'm a bartender. I see it. It's coming. And they want something petty coming from me. And to be honest with you, I'm glad I was honest with them. And it's the highlight of my entire career. I'm in a room with this many people who care exactly as much as we care. And it's like fantastic. And it's an amazing conversation. It's a win-win because then they're just like, they want something, obviously the opposite response, but then they're just like, oh, it's like, yeah, it's the best. James Beard's are the best. Every single bar, I mailed you guys postcards. I hope you come to Jewel when you're in New Orleans. New Orleans, Saffron, love you guys. You guys are here. Serene, this is fantastic. Kevin Dietrich, my homeboy, PCH, we're working together in August. Thank you guys. This is fantastic. This is awesome. Love you. And also, Chicago, you guys are dope. That's why you have James Beard's, and it's no longer going back to New York. What he said, the other city. Love you guys.
Woo! How's everybody doing? Yeah, this feels really good. So I think I was around 21 years old when I first became aware of the Beard Awards. And for me, back then, it was all about the glamour and the stunning skills and the big personalities of the chefs. And all I could think about was wanting to be one of those chefs myself one day. So I was one of those. And here I am to present an award that's incredibly special. These awards were destined to do even more. The Humanitarian of the Year Award recognizes an individual or an organization working in the realm of food who gives selflessly. And a lot of us do that. And these people work tirelessly to better the lives of others and our entire society as a whole. The winners receive a cash prize of $20,000 to continue their important work, courtesy of the Michael Phillips Humanitarian Fund. Yes, exactly. That's 2 times what you could win on Chopped. This year's honoree is the Lee Initiative. The Lee Initiative sprang forth out of the darkest moment of the pandemic to serve the most vulnerable workers of our industry. The initiative is now dedicated to rebuilding workplace policies and culture for restaurants. So we'll be stronger and healthier if a new crisis comes. Let's have a look at the video.
When I started in the industry, 28 years ago, it was a very different landscape. And for most of my life, it's only looked one way. And it's changing, and it's changing for the better, and we just want to be a part of that change.
The Lee Initiative stands for Let's Empower Employment. Everything that we do is rooted in the idea of making a kinder restaurant industry. We want it to be a place where people can create a lifelong career where they can thrive.
It's not just about charity, and it's not just about programming, but it's also about a livelihood.
I was working with Chef Edward Lee as the GM of 610 Magnolia in 2017 whenever the Me Too movement was really bringing to light a lot of the trials that women were facing in the hospitality industry. And we realized that the thing that we could do that would be the most effective was to diversify leadership in restaurants. And so we landed on a mentorship program.
There's always been women groups, women supporting women, but in this way, they devoted the energy and time to starting serious relationships with senior chefs and women who are talented and can need a little bit of mentorship and encouragement to get to the next step.
We were announcing our third class of mentees whenever COVID happened, and we all started to get phone calls that the entire restaurant industry had shut down. I had called Chef Lee and was like, what are we going to do here? And we knew that we had a kitchen full of food and we had a ton of chefs that no longer had employment, and so we started cooking. And we set up a relief center at 610 Magnolia, and within 72 hours, we had secured funding from partners to open 21 more of them across the country. We were looking at the amount of funding that BIPOC-owned businesses were getting in PPP and relief, and it was disparagingly low. And so we were able to partner with Southern Restaurants for Racial Justice and really expand that program and create more funding.
It's not an exaggeration to say that the grill might not be here if it weren't for Chef Ed and the Lee Initiative, because he supported the grill when we really needed it, you know, and helped us to survive.
The thing with Lee Initiative is we don't have the answers. We never did, and we never will. You know, part of our goal is to always search for solutions, be creative about them, and inspire people to sort of take on that journey as well.
When we started the Lee Initiative and we were a very tiny organization, I never imagined that we would grow to a national organization. We were only able to do that through partnership, and we feel extremely grateful for it. I love the restaurant industry. I'm raising my children in it, and I want it to be kinder for the next generation of people.
My sincere joy to introduce, on behalf of the Lee Initiative, my dear, dear friend, Edward Lee and Lindsay Ofsek. Where are you guys?
We decided to try something new, and I'm going to speak first, and Edward's going to cry, but I'm probably going to do both. We humbly accept this award with the deepest of gratitude to the James Beard Foundation and all of you in this room. It's incredible to see so many of our partners honored tonight. Every corner that I've turned around has been someone who has supported our work. None of this would have been possible without your collaboration. We started this tiny nonprofit in Louisville, Kentucky, when we saw the need for impactful programs to diversify leadership and create a more equitable pathway for growth. This is an industry that we love and one that we're raising our families in. We saw an opportunity to create positive change, and we are so grateful you did too, because none of this would have happened without you. I have to take time to thank our families, especially my children, Theo and Jules, for being okay with us being away and supporting the work that we do. Edward, for being an amazing partner. Our board, thank you for putting up with us. I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As all of you know, we don't do this work solo. There's so many people that have helped us. So we accept this award on behalf of everyone, past and present, who has devoted their time, their energy, their love, their commitment to the Lee Initiative, to our board, to our supporters and partners who allowed us to pursue our dreams of a better industry. We accept this award on behalf of every chef, every farmer, every bartender, volunteer, every dishwasher, waiter, everyone who's ever worked in a restaurant and wanted a better life and believe in this thing that we call hospitality. I also want to acknowledge all the restaurants out there who are not in this room tonight, but who are still vital to our industry. Lindsay and I accept this award on behalf of all of them, on behalf of all of you who are helping to advance our industry one step at a time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please welcome the James Beard Foundation's President and Chief Operating Officer, Chris Moon.
Well, good evening, everyone. Happy Pride. Thank you. The Foundation has been my professional home for many years, and it's been my privilege to be a part of its evolution and expansion from an organization focused on celebrating great culinary achievements to one that fosters and supports the immense power that culinary professionals hold as changemakers in our society. Last year marked the 10th anniversary of our Chef Bootcamp for Policy and Change. We continued to build capacity with the next generation of chefs through our women's leadership programs and our legacy network. And through our partnership with the U.S. Department of State and the American Culinary Corps, chefs continue to champion our mission across the country and all around the world. Now, as a nonprofit, we rely on the generosity of our supporters to make all of these programs possible. And so I'd like to extend a huge thank you to our corporate partners for this year's awards and to all of our supporters who support us throughout the year. So in a moment, we will announce the Regional Best Chef Awards presented by Capital One. And Capital One has been a phenomenal partner of the James Beard Foundation since 2019, supporting the foundation and the broader industry whenever possible. In fact, they generously helped the Regional Best Chef Award nominees with their travel into Chicago this weekend in order to be here tonight. Yes, give them a round of applause. And so for all of this and more, we extend our deepest thanks to our partners at Capital One. And so now, to announce the first of the Regional Best Chef Awards presented by Capital One, please welcome back to the stage, Marcus Samuelsson.
Thank you, Chris. It's getting exciting. You know, one of the cool things is that all across this beautiful nation, we eat really delicious. There's great food everywhere. Not just in the big cities, not just in the coast, across the country. And that's really amazing. That's why I'm excited. Now it's all about the regional chefs, right? Regional chefs. Now it's getting exciting, right? Are we excited? And, you know, I know the mayor told me not to mention this city, but, you know, we kind of have to start with the Regional Best Chef Award recognizing culinary excellence across the 12 geographic areas. So the next time you go and visit any of these regions, you know exactly where to eat. We start with the nominees in a region that James Beard Foundation calls home. That is
Ali Khani, Sofre, Atsushi Kono, Chris Maurizio, Herana Market, Charlie Mitchell, Clover Hill, Jeremy Solomon, Augie's Counter.
Jamaica in the building. The winner is, the Beard Award goes to Charlie Mitchell.
I am so unbelievably thrilled for Charlie. We spoke on the red carpet. I asked him, are you nervous, as he was nominated last year for emerging chef, who said, you know, I was actually more nervous last year. And he thought he wasn't going to win, which is so wild to me. This is such a big moment, not just for him, not just for Detroit. He's originally from Detroit, 31 years old, but this is such a big moment for Brooklyn.
Yes.
As a Brooklyn girl myself, I was recently for my partner's birthday, I was like, we've got to go to like this restaurant. We've got to go to Clover Hill. And it was a very special meal for me, really special meal, obviously, for my partner. I am absolutely blown away and so thrilled. I know how shocked he is because he really told me on the carpet, he's like, it's not looking good. I don't feel good about it.
Oh, well, this is a nice turn of events.
I love it.
He
Look at
looks
him.
great.
Doesn't he look wonderful? I'm trying not to get emotional. I'm so happy for him. I mean, wow.
Wow, thank you. My mom, my grandmother, my aunt, my father. I didn't really prepare anything. I didn't really have a speech ready, but I had to bring them here. You know, I'm a product of love, and that's what got me here today, and that's what keeps me going, you know, spreading that love through food. So I needed my family here today, and thank the entire team from Clover Hill, past, present, probably the future too. More importantly, the present team. And thank you, James Beard, and good night. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, sir. Next up is Best Chef Mid-Atlantic. And the nominees are
Tony Conti, Inferno Pizzeria Napoletana. Jesse Ito, Royal Sushi and Izakaya. Matt Kern, One Coastal. Harley Pete, Ba Rouge. Kevin Tian, Moon Rabbit.
And the winner is Harley Pete, Basse Rouge.
I can't imagine what it must feel like for Harley Pete right now. He cooks in a small town, Easton, Maryland, population 17,000. He grew up in a smaller town in Michigan. He was in restaurants from a very young age and says, you know, honestly, Michelin stars have never meant anything to me, but whenever he worked for a Beard nominee chef, he always felt that those chefs were the most professional, had the most integrity, and 20 years ago, this was his dream. He wanted to be seen as a person with this kind of integrity.
I spoke with him last night. He is so humble and so blown away by being here. And I don't know if you recognize
frightening. James Beard, thank you so much. A room full of absolute professionals. And again, to be surrounded by people that take hospitality as serious as we do. Coming from a very small town, moving to another small town, assembling a team for 10 years, building a restaurant group. I want to thank Paul Prager and his family. As a genuine man who believed in me and took a giant gamble, he came to me with the crazy idea, but you know, we answered and we delivered. My chef de cuisine, Phil Lind, has been cooking by my side for 12 to 15 years from England. As any chef knows, it's the team that makes it go round, really. And some other team members, Ben Chakroon, our general manager, Simone, Kelsey, and most important, my beloved husband, Spencer Carroll. You know, you go through your whole life. I was raised by some extremely amazing people. My mother and father, not around anymore, but you go through your entire life trying to be the best person you can and go out of your way and sacrifice your own feelings and your own issues to take 10 minutes to listen to somebody else. Whether it's a dishwasher, whether it's a bartender, I don't care who it is, somebody at the grocery store that's having a meltdown. You know, it is what it is. So you put all your personal things aside as an executive chef, as a director, as a manager, as a leader, and do everything you can to help people in need. And food is absolute vehicle to spark a memory, to spark an amazing thing in somebody's life, and that's why we do it, right? The food is our palate. We're all artists in a different way. So this is our way to convey love, happiness, equality to the general public, to anyone who walks the earth anywhere. Food is the way to the soul. Food is the way to the heart. So James Beard, thank you for doing an amazing thing, for recognizing not only myself and the team, but a room full and a world full of hospitality experts and amazing, amazing people. One other quick thing. We spend more time in the hospitality industry, as we all know, with our team, who becomes extended family, more so than our own family, right? Sometimes. So if you recognize somebody that's having some problems or needs some help, please, before it's too late, always reach out. David Cuzio, we love you. We miss you. This is for you.
So I'm heading to Chicago this weekend.
From the America's classic, Guelaguetza, please welcome Brizia Lopez.
It is so great. It is so great to be back at the Beard Awards. My son Eduardo would be here with me, but it's true. He is cooking for his sister back home, so I hope he does a good job. He also doesn't like to wear fancy shoes, unlike myself, so... I was born in Oaxaca and grew up in LA, immersed in my family's restaurant, Guelaguetza, where we celebrate the rich flavors of traditional Oaxacan cooking. From recreating our family's recipes to eventually crafting our beloved micheladas, we've always felt a deep connection to our heritage and community. But our world changed when our restaurant was recognized as an America's Classic in 2015. That award brought us a wider visibility and an entry point into a larger conversation about what American cuisine actually is and how the contributions of restaurants like ours always have and always will continue to shape it. This year's 6 America's Classics winners hail from all over the country and represent the legacy of the many communities and cuisines that make up America's food culture. Let's have a look.
Asking what is your earliest memory of the pheasant is a strange one for me because it's like saying what's your earliest memory of just about anything that's been a part of your life for your entire life.
When you walk into a Vietnam restaurant, you're greeted like you're visiting a friend.
Stop by anytime you like, right? Great to see you. Thanks.
People think about Mandalay restaurant, they think about for the culture of the Burmese, in the taste for the Burmese food, and that's why the people keep coming.
When people think of Blais restaurant, they think of home cooking, and they think of family.
When you come into Sylvia's, you're coming into our restaurant, our business, but you're coming into our home.
Buffalo is a place where everybody loves to come, period.
I love talking to people. I love hearing their stories, telling my stories. Is this your first time here?
Yeah.
Great. Will you be coming back to see me?
Pheasant Restaurant is a place where you come when you're hungry, and it's not always necessarily just for food. You leave filled up.
The first time you come, you're a guest. The next time, you're a family.
The main thing that I've learned while working here is that love is a very important and crucial ingredient. And for me, cooking is like art. So I love it, and I love the people that I'm cooking for. So I think people taste that when I cook for them.
It is a fixture in the community. It serves classic cuisine, yet it's constantly evolving and getting better and changing. There's really nothing like Mandalay.
Our little restaurant out here in South Dakota getting a James Beard Award. I'm just proud of the whole family.
We heard that we won the James Beard Award. So I was so happy that I can't wait to run home and tell my mom that, you know, all the hard work that pays off.
It's the honor of my lifetime. I couldn't be more proud of everybody that works here, everyone that has worked here.
The restaurant is my life, and the restaurant is my hobby, and the restaurant make customer happy.
My grandparents created such a lasting legacy. I hope they'd be proud because we kept the essence of what they created, a place in town where you can go and feel welcome.
To still be here 60 plus years later, I think it represents exactly what American dreams are about.
America's Classic honorees, a big round of applause. And here they are. Kevin Chan and Sherry Dong of Mandalay, San Francisco. Benny Lai and Tu Nguyen Liu of Vietnam Restaurant in Philadelphia. Michael Johnson and Trevor Clemens for Pheasant Restaurant and Lounge in Brooklyn, South Dakota. Kenneth Woods and Marcus Woods for Sylvia's Restaurant in New York. Carol Miller and Ham Lindsay for Wade's Restaurant in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Peggy Orth and Kristen Orth for Peppermill Restaurant and Fire Sound Lounge in Las Vegas.
To present our next award, let's welcome Lorena Garcia and James Beard Award winner Art Smith.
Hola, hola, hola. What a beautiful audience. And just look at my partner, my beautiful and guapísimo, Art Smith. It's very spring your ensemble tonight.
Thank you very, very much, Lorena. Well, thank you, darling.
This is a shout out to Chicago sports fans, really. These are the colors of the Chicago Hound, and especially to sports fans who also like great Southern meal. Clearly, I love Chicago, but when it gets to be November 1st or so, I am a Florida boy through and through.
Yes.
Which is the perfect segue because the next category honors great chefs from my own home region. For Best Chef South,
Valerie Chang, Matis, Hunter Evans, Elvis, Gabriel Hernandez, Verde Mesa, Carlos Portela, Orujo, Arvinder Vilku, Saffron.
And the winner is Valerie Chang. Maddie!
This is so huge for me as a Miami native. This is a really big moment. This restaurant is really putting fine dining on the map in Miami. I don't think people really think like super, super high-end fine dining when they think Miami. This restaurant is iconic. In fact, during an interview one time, somebody asked me, what was the best thing you put in your mouth in 2023? And it was this incredible fresh catch ceviche. This woman is so talented. She's from Peru. I cannot say more about her. I mean, like, truly, if you look at her legacy, she's been a semifinalist so many times. She was a 2019 Rising Star Chef semifinalist. Truly, she's just at the beginning of her career.
Incredible.
I'm so happy. I'm so proud of her.
Oh, she's so emotional.
I mean, this is huge for her.
I'm super unprepared because I really didn't think I was going to win. But my team, who I know is watching me, thank you so much because they really are the ones who make the magic, and I just get to stand next to them. I like and watch them do everything and like create really a dream, and I'm always so grateful for you guys because you guys believe in this dream that I have. I want to thank my parents who immigrated from Peru. I love you, Peru. I can't believe I'm standing here. Miami, finally, we won. We got something from Miami. Yeah, I'm super proud. To my brother, who's actually the best chef South, and to my grandmother, you know, who just passed away 5 days ago, and I named the restaurant after her, and I can't believe I'm standing here. But and to my cousin Andrea, who I know. You know, we talk about mental health so much in the restaurants, but I know you're going through it. And just hang on, girl. It's all going to get better. And thank you. Thank you.
Wow. That was amazing. Congratulations, Chef. So I'm not crazy about the cold months either, but do you know what time of the year I do love in Chicago? Let me tell you, I love June. That's when James Beard Awards happen, and also it's Pride! So in honor of James Beard's legacy as LGBTQ pioneer, let's go next to his home region. For Best Chef Northwest and Pacific, the nominees are
Avery Adams, Nyesha Kitchen, Christy Brown, Communion, Josh Dorchek, Moss, Gregory Gourdet, Khan, Melissa Miranda, Musong.
And the winner is Gregory Gourdet.
Oh my God. I mean, can you believe it?
This is 3 straight years with a Beard Award for Gregory. 2 years ago, he won for his cookbook, Everybody's Table. Last year for Khan, his best new restaurant, and now as best chef in the Northwest. You know, Gregory mostly trained in French and several Asian cuisines, but for Khan, he decided to go home, celebrate Haitian food and culture. So much that his dress code for the restaurant says, please wear vibrant colors and prints. And you come to Khan really as a celebration of life. And, I mean, Gregory, look at him. He is a celebration.
Even the feathers in honor of Haiti's national bird.
No, the plumage.
That's right.
Look at this man fly.
I mean, look at him.
Oh, man. I don't know. I didn't know I was going to be up here. I'm so grateful. Thank you, James Beard Foundation.
You know, in 2008, I moved to Portland, Oregon from New York. I left rehab early. I was deep in a drug and alcohol addiction. I was overweight. I was broken and miserable. And over the past 16, 17 years in the Pacific Northwest, I've been able to find my voice and purpose as a chef. I've been able to just love salmon and hazelnuts and marionberries and food carts. And I've been able to work with hundreds of cooks and dishwashers and servers, all people who have helped me along the way. Today, I am able to gratefully work at a hub for Haitian culture and Haitian storytelling in one of the most random places, the Pacific Northwest, which is extremely different anywhere close to other Haitian communities. So it has truly, truly, truly been my honor. My only hope as I stand here today is that we can continue as an industry to do the right thing. We can continue to see diversity and inclusion and female-led teams as things that are extremely effective. That these are not, they're not catchwords. You know, they're systems that work. I hope that if we can slowly continue to do the right thing, that the next generation has it a little bit better than we do. And the generation after that has it even better than they did. And we can just get rid of just generational trauma that's been affecting us and holding us hostage in our industry. I'm extremely grateful. Congrats to everyone representing Oregon. Congrats to all the nominees. I'm just honored to be a part of the Beard Foundation and honored to have my voice in American culinary. I have to give a huge shout out to my team back home. Again, they are the ones who do everything. I get to live out my fantasy, and my only hope as I get out of the spotlight is to uplift them and to give them the same opportunities I found in my own career. And as we celebrate tonight in abundance and in excess and in privilege, I want us to remind and remember that access to food is a basic human right, and it should never be used as a tool of war against innocent people. Happy Pride.
Thank you, Lorena and Art, and congratulations to everybody. I'm completely moved and inspired by all of those people, especially watching Gregory's journey. I'm loving this revolving door effect here, sort of like speed dating without all the anxiety. So I just stand in one place, and people I love come and go and appear, and they go away. And speaking of people who I love, please give it up for two giants in our industry, both Best Chef winners in their own regions, Karen Akonowitz and Ann Kim.
Thank you so much, Amanda. I'm honored to be here with you. This is a really full circle moment for me. Amanda, you and Alex presented me with my James Beard Award in 2018. So thank you so much, and such an honor. And it's a huge honor to be standing here with you, Chef.
Right back at you, Chef. So can I just, for 1 second, just pause and talk about that crazy vertigo, the adrenaline that hits you when you hear your name being called as a winner of one of these awards? My heart is already palpitating and I'm not even nominated for anything. Now, I feel the echo of it in my bones right now, especially when I think back to these two significant words. Fuck fear! You feel that?
And I absolutely feel it. I was here when you won, and I will echo you on that. Fuck fear.
Who knew that in 2019 that we would all have to use that mantra of fuck fear going into 2020, and here we are. So whatever your journey, continue to use that as you progress. And speaking of fuck fear, Women have come a long distance on this stage. And stepping, that's right, give it up! Stepping back up here, I feel like I have a spiritual posse of all the women, past, present, and future, who have defined and redefined cooking on their own terms.
I have such a deep respect for women who, let's say, dare to believe that they can be the best of the best.
Absolutely.
Thank you for all of you leading the way. Thank you for all of you who blazed the trail for us. And Anne and I will make sure to make you proud and light the way for the next generation of women. All right, the important part. The nominees for the next award are all making unique and important contributions to American food. The nominees for Best Chef Northeast are
Connor Dennehy, Tallulah, Maria Meza, Dolores, David Standridge, The Shipwright's Daughter, Jake Stevens, Leeward, Kara Tobin, Honey Road.
And the winner is David Standridge.
Wow. This, incredibly, this is actually the first of 2 nominations, and obviously the first win for the town of Mystic, Connecticut. Mystic Pizza is no longer the most famous restaurant in that town.
Well
Chef
done.
Standridge is a leader in sustainable seafood. His menu is so cool. Dishes like pasta with sugar kelp remoulade. And beyond local seafood, he really encourages people to consume invasive species and protect the ecology. He has a green crab bouillabaisse that just sounds unbelievable. Here he is.
Yum.
Thank you so much. I didn't expect to be here. I've been an executive chef for over 12 years, and this recognition was something that I thought the time had passed. I have to thank my team first. What we do is sustainable seafood, sustainable local wild seafood, which is really hard work. We're in a town where people want lobster rolls and fried clams, and we're serving primarily fish that no one's ever heard of before. And so I want to thank first the team that's at the restaurant right now, cooking right now as we speak, and the team that I brought with me. Michael McHugh, my executive sous chef, who's been with me since before we opened. His hands have been in every single dish that we've done. I'm hoping one day we get to test one before we release it into the wild. Claire Procaccini, my GM, whose courage to buy in to doing something a different way has been truly inspiring. Our ownership group, we opened in June of 2020, which is probably the worst time in 100 years to open a restaurant. And it took a lot of support from our owners, which I support at the level of I think it's almost irrational at times, to have stuck with us throughout the years to get us to this point of finally turning that corner. So to the Heidenreich family and to Amanda Arling, who's here today, thank you so much for sticking with us. Before I left for Chicago, I asked my 4-year-old daughter, Olivia, to help me write my speech. And she suggested that I not forget to thank her and her brother, Robert, who are probably watching this now if they're still awake. And I do have to thank them, because when they came along is when my perspective as a chef shifted from doing what was best for me to doing something that was best for the community and for the next generation, to try to leave this world a little better than I found it. Lastly, I have to thank someone very special who, during that time in the pandemic, when I believe we opened in June, we were in total shutdown before that in the pre-opening phases, and my wife Kathleen was home with a newborn and an 18-month-old 2 months before we opened, while I was working 20 hours a day for 60 days straight. And that was a heroic act, to say the least. Since then, she has done so much for our business and coming on board, and she is the storyteller. And the reason I'm up here today is partially because of the work that we do, but mostly because someone told the story and people knew about it, and it got interest. We're coming from a small town on the seacoast of Connecticut of about 4,000 people. So to get noticed enough to be here, you need someone to shout from the rooftops, and Kathleen has been doing that since she came aboard. Lastly, I just want to thank James Beard for shining a light on the work that we're doing and the great and heroic work that so many other chefs are doing. It's hard enough just to run a restaurant, but to do things that impact your communities in a greater way takes a tremendous amount of courage, and I'm so proud of JBF for standing behind these people. Thank you.
Oh man, okay. There are going to be so many friends on this list. I see you all. I love you all. Okay, so for Best Chef Midwest, the nominees are
Ann Ahmed, Kaluna, Rob Connolly, Bullrush, Dan Jacobs and Dan Van Wright, Esther Ev, Christina Nguyen, Hi Hi, Tim Nicholson, The Boiler Room.
And the winner is Christina Nguyen!
That's so exciting.
So you can tell they are besties. Anne and Christina go way back, deep, deep friendship. You know, Christine's food is super, super bold with Southeast Asian flavor, but she is about the humblest person you'll ever meet. She says when she first started her restaurant, people assumed her husband was the chef, and she said, well, he's not, but I'm not a chef either, so who's the chef? And then she said, well, I guess it's my food, so I guess I'm the chef. Well, Christine, that hardware Anne is putting around your neck right now, says you are the best chef in the Midwest.
Oh my God.
I'm crying.
I know. This really is Women in the Kitchen now. Like, it's really just so wonderful to see it on the stage.
Oh, God. There's no walking to crying. Oh, my God. Holy shit. Sorry. Thank you so much to... Oh, no. Sorry. I'm not a crier. I don't know why I'm doing this. Thank you so much to my incredible teams, past, present. Without you, none of this is possible. Your consistency and your dedication to excellence is so inspiring to me. Thank you to my husband, Burke, my partner in business, crime. I can't imagine anybody else that I would want to do this with. And thank you for fixing everything that breaks in restaurants all the time. Thank you to my parents who have always had my back. As refugees from Vietnam, they had to start their lives over from scratch when they moved here with no warning, and they've taught me that anything is possible, to not be afraid. Thank you to the James Beard Foundation for recognizing the value of immigrant food. When we started our restaurants, the most that a Southeast Asian restaurant could ever hope for was best cheap eats, and I feel like we've come a long way. So this is an honor. Thank you.
It's an emotional night.
This is so emotional. I've never seen so many chefs cry outside of the walk-in.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
it's amazing. And Sam,
I think it was the feather that won it for Greg, or what? It
was, but you need more.
Okay,
you need more feathers, Marcus. I never thought I would say you need more in your fashion. And sadly, our job is done here, and we're going to pass the torch to some friends of ours.
Wait a minute. I'm not leaving the stage until we do the most delicious selfie.
A chef
in the world.
selfie?
How many chefs can we get in this picture?
Okay, everybody, we're going to
Come
tag
on,
all
let's
of
get
you.
in
Let's
there.
go.
Get in there.
Everybody
Come
in
on.
here.
Yay.
1, 2, 3.
It's our time. We gotta go, right?
We gotta go.
Who's up next?
We have new guys coming in. I hear they're pretty athletic.
Yeah.
Kind of flexible, nimble.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
They have a lot to live up to, don't you think?
You were awesome.
You
guys were awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, let's go grab a drink. We'll see you soon.
Boyaka. Big up.
Richard, you made it.
Yeah, it says we follow Marcus and Amanda.
What?
It says we follow Marcus and Amanda.
Well, you know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not going to win Best Dressed Male Co-Host. We need to start practicing these lines.
We need to get in the zone, Richard.
And the nominees are,
We're going to kick it off
with our next awards for Regional Best Chef, Jeff Davis.
Kyra Banks, Lord Forquay.
Keep running while we're doing it. Yes. The next award. The next award. Your biggest. Ready, Chef?
So ready? Let's do this.
Please welcome Nyesha Arrington and Richard Blais.
Come on, get up, guys. Get up. Let's get up. We're gonna get up for a second. What is up, Chicago? Nyesha, I'm so happy we're here. Listen, guys, we need to get up for a second. Oh my gosh. Woo! Bring it up, give it up. Because listen, here's the thing. Here's what we're getting into. It's time for a next level stretch. It's time for a next level stretch. Now here's why, because listen, this is kind of our intermission of sorts. We're about halfway through. There's only about 3.5 hours left in the night. So what we're going to do is, Nyesha and I are going to lead you through a little bit of stretching. So really, everyone, if you can get up, shake it out a little bit.
Exactly.
Shake it out. You're on camera. Nyesha, what is a good stretch maybe that they could do?
A good stretch. I think maybe you lead them through that, but I would say the breath work is very important. Let's take a couple of deep breaths.
Oh, deep breaths? Okay, deep breaths. I can do that.
3 count. Okay, we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to exhale. Okay, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. We're going to breathe in. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I exhale.
And exhale.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now what you can do is shake it out a little bit. Like, just make sure that you're not going to, like, knock into your neighbor.
Maybe say hello to your neighbor.
Unless your neighbor is in the same category as you.
Healthy competition.
Then a little bit of a nudge is okay, right?
Absolutely.
I would lead you through a stretch, but I can barely fit my hotel room key in my back pocket because, you know, the fit is pretty tight right now.
It's tight.
But here, this is what we got to do. We're all stretched out. We're ready for the second half of the show. A little bit, just to finish it up, a little bit of head roll, a little bit of neck and head roll, releasing all of that stress, all of that anxiety and suspense.
Let it go.
Releasing it from the first half of the show. Now it's gone. Now replace all of that stress with the stress and anxiety and suspense for the second half, okay?
Right? Right? Okay, guys, let's calmly float down into our seats. Because we got to keep this show on the road, right? We got an agenda. And thank you, Richard. That was lovely. And we are back. Ooh. Okay, Richard and I, we are going to kick off the next award for Regional Best Chef, starting in my home state of sunny California. We are known for our great weather. However, it definitely has been very foggy, right? So looking forward to the summer months. And without further ado, here are the candidates for Best Chef California.
Jeff Davis, Burdell, Rogelio Garcia, Oro, Lord Maynard Lira, Kuya Lord, Tara Monsood, Anime, Bew Billy No, Crew.
Wow. And the winner is Lord Maynard.
Wow, this is so exciting. I mean, this is the ultimate validation for this 28-seat spot where Lord Maynard celebrates the regional Filipino food that he grew up with. He grew up in the Philippines, he moved to the U.S., graduated from the CIA, but it wasn't until 2019 when he turned 40 that he said, I'm doing my own thing. I want to celebrate Filipino food. He started with a pop-up, and his friends call him Kuya Lord, which is a Tagalog term of affection and respect for an older brother. And so the food is delicious. We all have to go there. And this is honestly a dream come true for him. Amazing. Look at this. Look at this moment.
So sweet.
My God. Wow. I can't believe this. I prepared a speech, but I'm not expecting to read it. Okay. So first of all, I want to thank the James Beard Foundation for me being here and winning this award. And second, I want to thank my wife who came here to America to be with me and to support me since day one. She even quit her job and, share with me through this journey. Without her, Kuya Lord won't be here now. So, when I first learned that I was one of the semi-finalists for Best Chef California category, I couldn't believe, and I said to myself, I'm only cooking chami and lechon in my simple fast casual restaurant, which I named Kuya Lord. Being selected as one of the semi-finalists for me is already an award itself. Thus, being one of the finalists is surreal. And now being in front of you all receiving this award is just a big wow. Like, how did it happen? This recognition is not just a testament to my individual efforts and hard work, but a reflection of the support and encouragement and collaboration from many wonderful people in my life. I am fortunate enough to have mentors, friends, and family all throughout this journey. Lastly, I want to thank my team, my sous chef who's running the restaurant. So give me an opportunity to come here in Chicago and experience this once in a lifetime. And thank you everyone. Thank you for James Beard and maraming salamat po.
Okay, so Nyesha, we work together.
We do. We definitely do.
And you know that I like to kind of go off script sometimes.
This is very true.
So I did something that I don't think anyone really knows that I did. So, and I don't know why I think this is really cool, but someone right now in the audience, there's a twist, Nyesha.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a twist. Someone right now, under your seat, I have taped a whole black truffle. This is not a joke. It is under your seat. Someone out there, you might not have won your category, but you might get a whole black truffle. This is serious. This is not a prank. Who's going to take home a black truffle? Did anyone? Who's got it? Does someone? Okay. If there's a spotlight on you, you might have a black truffle under your seat right now. You've been randomly selected, but there is a deli container with arborio rice and a black truffle for you. Give it up. That's not a bad extra bonus little thing to get. What do you think?
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, listen, we're leaving California and traveling east to another region famed for its good looks and high-altitude food scene. For Best Chef Mountain, here are the nominees.
Brandon Cunningham, Social House. Ali Sabah, Maza Cafe. Matt Vaughter, Rootstock. Penelope Wong, Yuan Wonton. Nick Zacco, Urban Hill.
All right, and the winner is Matt Vaughter.
This is epic, you guys. The story of this man is incredible. He's a Colorado native, began his culinary career at 14 years old in a local diner, and then asked his parents, hey, at 15, I know, I'm only 15, but I want to get this apprenticeship at the Colorado Mountain Culinary Institute. And so that means he's been at this for more than 2 decades. In the summer of 2020, he left a restaurant in Denver and decided, I'm going to go back to my roots in Breckenridge, which is where he's from, and opened up this restaurant called Rootstock. And what an amazing moment for him and for his team, which he famously credits. He said, this nomination is not my nomination. This belongs to my entire restaurant. I'm so happy for him.
Wow. Thank you to the foundation for recognizing what we do in our small little mountain community in Breckenridge. I started cooking when I was 14 years old to help my parents pay rent, and I've never looked back. To our producers and our farmers, we get to highlight your products on the plate and in the restaurant, and makes our lives really easy. To my partners, Patrick and Kim, who are in the audience, you guys believed in me when I said, let's go open a restaurant in the middle of the pandemic. You picked up your lives and moved. And you practice what you preach. You work to get better every single day, and our restaurants wouldn't exist without you. To all of our leaders back at home, Teddy, who's here, Madison, Josh, Austin, David, Box, Jake, Heather, Joe, Liz, you all make our teams better. You make our restaurants a better place to work. And thank you. To our teams, none of this is possible without you. Thank you for believing in us and trusting us to lead you. And thank you for all your hard work. To all the chefs that took a chance on me and allowed me to make mistakes and grow and teach me about this business. I certainly wouldn't be on this stage without your help. And lastly, my wife, Christy. You're my best friend. You met me when I was an 18-year-old apprentice, and you've been by my side ever since. Through all the years of being a broke cook, 3 restaurant openings, one of which you had to be a single mom and live in a different city. Thank you for always supporting my dreams and being by my side. Thank you for being my partner in life. Thank you.
Please welcome James Beard Award winner, Karen Washington.
Hello, everyone. I am so glad to be here with you all tonight. Something I love about this event is the way it illustrates the connection between what is happening in Americans' heartland and what is happening in restaurants. We also see this at the level of policy, diplomacy, advocacy, and in both human and labor rights. We've got collective challenges that can only be handled with collective action. It is with my profound honor to celebrate the 2024 Leadership Honorees at the ceremony that happened earlier this weekend. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this inspiring afternoon.
It is my great pleasure to be with you all here for the presentation of the 2024 James Beard Foundation Leadership Awards.
Acre by acre, boat by boat, worker by worker, plant by plant, meal by meal, you are all cultivating a different and new narrative.
Policy advocacy means speaking truth to power. And you all know as chefs and as a James Beard family that you all have a lot of power.
We know it takes all of the elements to grow our food. And we look at food not as a commodity, but as a life source.
This award celebrates a tradition of life-giving. It is truly honoring the seed-saving and sharing done by millennia of farmers, communities, immigrants, and refugees, all those stewards of civilization's heirlooms.
Today, let us recognize that those of us working hard for sustainability don't want to be recognized or celebrated. We want solutions.
And I know I don't look like your typical farmer, and that's what it's about. It's about pressing those boundaries. Agriculture is the culture. Thank you.
Congratulations to all this year's Leadership Award winners.
For industry, culture, and practices, Mohammed Abdul Hadid of Down North Pizza and Down North Foundation. For policy and advocacy, Niaz Gori of the North American Marine Alliance and the National Farmers Coalition. For food security and access, Helia Garza from Agri-Protera Network and La Cosita. For sustainability, Mai Nguyen of Farmer Mai. And for the emerging leadership, Krista Barfield of Farmer Yard. Give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Come with me there.
From the James Beard Foundation, please welcome Vice President of Awards, Dawn Padmore.
Ooh, I'm really short. Good evening, and what an evening it is. I trust everyone's enjoying themselves so far. The year-long process that leads up to these awards requires dedication, thought, and time from many people. As Vice President of the awards, I want to take a moment to acknowledge and express my thanks to our all-volunteer committee members and committee chairs, and to all of our hardworking judges. Please give a huge round of applause. Thank you. Yes. Come on, y'all. They have given generously of their time, thought, and expertise toward all of our awards programs, always working toward rewarding excellence in the fullest sense. I also want to acknowledge Team Awards, Sam, Caroline, Cheryl, Megan, for their immense work and dedication to our awards. A huge round of applause, please. Every person who participates in this work helps shape a historical record of the evolution of American food culture. We know that these awards translate into significant impact on our nominees, honorees, and winners and their businesses, or your businesses, really. We acknowledge you, we see you, we see your teams. We know it's not always easy, and so we hope you'll stay connected with your fellow nominees and winners, and that you will make the most of the resources that we, the Foundation, has to offer. And now, please welcome a woman who plays a key role in these awards. She has supported us in all of our efforts to fulfill our mission. Here she is, the chair of our awards committee and member of the James Beard Foundation Board of Trustees, Chef Tanya Holland.
Wow, good evening, everybody. This never gets any easier, being in front of a live audience, as long as I've been doing this. This is my 40th year in the hospitality industry. Yeah. So 2/3 of my life, I started my second year of college, and you know, I'm digressing from the script. I know, producers, but I'm going to be on time. I went into this industry because I got this job in a pub, and I found diversity of ethnicity, education, and geographic and economic, and it's what I wanted. And I always had this vision of inclusivity in my workplace. And, you know, 10 years later, I'm working in a restaurant in New York, and I'm doing this work. I'm so glad everybody said a lot of what I've been thinking and working on for all these decades tonight, so I don't have to say more of it. But this chef that I admired when I was doing this work accused me of playing the race card, and I was heartbroken. And I'm still a little heartbroken over it, but I'm so grateful to be a part of James Beard Foundation that has supported me and the industry to make this difference and this impact. Thank you. So, I mean, you know, I basically work with this amazing group of extremely detail-oriented people, and they just they go above and beyond, and they're so dedicated to the mission of James Beard Foundation. And, you know, I just want to say that, you know, we are continuing to work on raising the standards of excellence and including everyone. There's so many different levels of excellence. And so I just want to say that we're here to build a healthy, equitable, and sustainable restaurant industry, and I appreciate all of your support. Now, I have one request of you. I want you guys to look around, and, you know, we've had some emotional moments this evening. I'm very emotional. I'm still kind of shaking over some of it, so forgive me. But look at all this talent and the skill and expertise. And yes, it's chefs, but yes, it's front of the house. I started as front of the house, so I have a deep place in my heart for front of the house. We all make this village of the industry. You might be a nominee, a patron, an industry affiliate, but you're all part of this amazing family that we call the hospitality industry. So, without further ado, I'm going to go into the next award, which is the nominees for Best Chef Southwest.
Renee Andrade, Bacanora. Jeff Chanchaloon, Maderlao Kitchen. Steve Kessler, Aroma Latin American Cocina. Steve Riley, Mesa Provisions. Eduardo Rodriguez, Zacatlan.
And the James Beard Award goes to Renee Andrade, Bacanora.
Oh, yeah. You know, I can't really think of a restaurant more elemental than Bacanora. Literally the only cooking equipment in the entire restaurant is one massive wood-burning grill.
Incredible.
You know, you want burrito, tortillas warmed on the grill. The carne asada, obviously grilled. You want a salsa, the vegetables were charred on the grill.
Wow.
Along with whole chickens and dry-aged steaks. Oh yeah, the beans are cooked in a pot.
You're making me hungry. You're definitely making me hungry.
Jeez. Get us some of
Bacanora
that.
is Renee Andrade's love song to Sonora.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You guys look better from this side, to be quite honest. It looks good to look, to be in this side, obviously, right? Congratulations to everybody that has been. Thank you for everything. Appreciate you guys. First of all, thank you to my family. My mom. That's the one. My dad. My mom, big boss. Obviously, right? But I gotta take a look back. I mean, to be quick, a little kid from Nogales, Sonora, Mexico. Had this dream of just being like grandma. You know, and I'm gonna be fast because I know we all have stories and we all want to go. We want to go drink some, just have fun, but just want to be like her. She's the representation of magic to me. And I seen her at a very young age, just there cooking for everybody. For a bunch of kids,
and a bunch of uncles and my mom and everybody, right? And I remember just seeing her with a bunch of like love and passion for it, right? And I remember she would just cook there and like cook and get to understand that the love and the magic she put through it. So I said, I want to be that. Quiero ser ella. Quiero ser magia. That's what I wanted. And here we are, 2024, 2020, quit my job for another restaurant in Phoenix, and said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to open a restaurant, and the restaurant now, his name is Bacanora and Huarachis, and we come in with another one, and it's just love that we get to be like part of this amazing community, back to Phoenix, back home. Keep staying, sigan luchando, sigan teniendo amor, teniendo puro amor a nuestra cultura, para todos ellos. A nuestra cultura, al amor que le tengo, a ese lugar pequeño donde dijeron que no podía. I'm here, we're here. Thank you, everybody. Puro amor, appreciate you.
Wow, congratulations. And yeah, this is wonderful. This is why I do this. So now, Best Chef Southeast.
Jamie Davis, The Hackney, Rod Lassiter and Parnos Savong, Thalot Market, James London, Chubby Fish, Robbie Robinson, City Limits Barbecue, Paul Smith, 1010 Bridge.
And the James Beard Award goes to Paul Smith, 1010 Bridge.
Wow. Okay, so when Paul Smith was first nominated in this category last year, it was the first time ever a West Virginian had been nominated for Best Chef. Wow. And now he's bringing the James Beard Medallion home. He grew up in West Virginia. He grew up literally standing on a milk crate stirring his grandfather's Sunday sauce. Today at his restaurants at 1010 Bridge, he tells the Appalachian food story. Wow. He was actually named a West Virginian of the Year this year, and now he can happen to add a James Beard medal right to that list of accolades. He's got to make a bigger trophy case, I think, for all the amazing things that are happening for him this year. Paul Smith is really someone who's making his hometown. He's a hometown hero. He really is. Let's see what he has to say.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here. Two words that have never been mentioned here before: West Virginia. Thank you to my community. Thank you to my team. Thank you for allowing me to work next to you and lead you and try to make a difference in your lives every day. Thank you to the 1,000 people that are at the Capitol Market, at the local farmers market right now, that are watching this. Thank you for my community that helped pay for our trip here, that allowed me to bring my 2 sous chefs with me. Thank you to my mom and dad who let me live in their basement when I failed out of college, and also let me live in their basement when I sold my house in 2020 to open this restaurant. This is the second most amazing day of my life. The first is the day that I married my wife. Thank you, Carrie, for, you know, we spend a lot of time, pretty much all of our time, trying to make a difference in others' lives, trying to create a hospitality experience for others. And I think sometimes we forget to take time for ourselves, to think about ourselves, to ask for help. I needed help. This could not, and I would not be here 5 years ago if it weren't for my wife noticing that I had a problem. And thank you for getting me the help that I needed and allowing me to continue my journey. I love you all. Thank you so much.
To present our next award, please welcome James Beard Award winners, Tim Flores and Jeannie Kwan.
Tim, did you ever think that James Beard Awards would be a local yearly thing that you could just like walk or bike to?
I mean, I took the train here, but no, I didn't. It's pretty crazy to be back this fast, and just a shout out to the James Beard Foundation. I'm trying my best not to crap my pants again this year on stage, so we don't blow our chances for next year, and there goes this whole fantasy.
Yeah, I think we're going to know everyone on the list for this next one, though. And it's going to be such a mixture of aw and yay.
And to everyone on the list, just know there are no runner-ups in our heart. Everybody wins there, okay? So here it goes. The nominees for Best Chef Great Lakes are
Vinny Cimino, Cordelia, Jose Salazar, Nitas, Sujin Sarkar, Indien, Hajime Sato, Sozai, Jenner Tomaska, Esme.
Dang, these chefs are all so incredible.
All right, and the winner is Hajime Sato.
Wow. I believe this is true. I believe Chef Sato is the first sushi chef to ever win a regional Best Chef award at the Beard Awards.
Amazing.
And, you know, like America's love affair with sushi is enormous and growing, but so many species of fish are overfished. And Chef Sato first opened a restaurant in Seattle 30 years ago. And in 2009, he decided to only use sustainable seafood like invasive species or off-size shellfish that others won't sell. And, you know, in Seattle, it's one of the great sushi cities in America, so that went over well. But he didn't know if it would work in suburban Detroit. But in 2019, he opened Sozai because that's where his wife could receive treatment for her cancer. He stuck with his principles behind the sushi bar, was named Restaurant of the Year by the Detroit Free Press, and is tonight taking home the first James Beard Award for Regional Best Chef given to a sushi chef.
Chills. I've got chills.
What a story.
Wow. I have to be honest. This second time I'm nominated. A couple years ago, I didn't know too much about James Beard. And my wife called me when I was in a chiropractor, because you're a chef, so your best friend's is a chiropractor. So I was just kind of hanging out, and she texted me, you're nominated. And I said, that's for the fancy chefs, you know. I'm not it. Like, I'm one of those guys that can I make the sushi rice a little better today than yesterday? Can I make an impact on one person's life when I serve sushi? That's who I am. And my parents did a good job. I grew up in Japan, so whatever I do, I'm not good enough, right? Even if I win, and I'm in my head like, that's not good enough, you're not good enough. But something changed after James Beard. And this is what I want to say. I didn't think of anything, but people start listening to me. I've been doing ocean conservation and sustainable sushi for 15 years. And thank you. Oceans is not in good shape. As you know, Earth is not in good shape. And small restaurant like me cannot really do that much. But everybody here, nomination, winners, everybody, now you have a voice. Just like I didn't have a voice, but because of James Beard, you have a little bit more voice. And I need everybody's help so that maybe we can do this award ceremony 10 years from now and saying that, oh, okay, we did something so that we can still go to the fancy dinners after this, right? So thank you very, very much for everything. But we have work to do, and let's do everything together. And thank you for everybody's help. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Just so you know, we don't pick the outfits pick us.
And now for the nominees for a state it takes 15 hours to drive across. If you don't stop for meals, but who would ever do that? The eating is just too good. The nominees for Best Chef Texas are
Emmanuel Chavez, Tatemo, Christopher Cullum, Cullum's Attaboy, Tracy Malachek Ezekiel, Birdies, Misty Norris, Petra and the Beast, Ana Liz Pulido, Ana Liz Taqueria.
And the winner is Ana Liz Pulido.
Wow, the crowd goes wild. Ana Liz Pulido was the Best Chef Texas semifinalist last year, but this year she's taking home the vaunted medallion for her soulful cooking at Ana Liz Taqueria in Mission, Texas. She credits her dad, Armando, with fostering her love of cooking. He still shows up every day and 2 hours before opening and grills all of the meat, the fajita, the bistec, the carnitas, everything that's on the menu. This is a place that's pilgrimage worthy, and the fact that she's getting this medallion right now is showing that she's a fierce taquera who fought the odds to get right here, right now.
What a moment.
I'm speechless. Thank you so much, the James Beard Foundation. And the first person that I want to thank the most is my dad. I'm so grateful and honored to represent the Rio Grande Valley. We are a small town in South Texas, just minutes from the border of Mexico. So, no tengo palabras, pero quiero agradecer a todos los mexicanos. Estoy demasiado feliz. Muchísimas gracias a todos mis trabajadores, a mi familia y a todas las personas que me han apoyado, a mi comunidad. Y estoy muy agradecida. ¡Viva México!
What's up, guys? You guys are absolutely fabulous. Killing the game out here, all of you. From the presenters, obviously the audience, of course our honorees, the nominees, and the esteemed winners this evening. Not to mention the incredible, incredible staff who has helped put this experience together. And that includes, right? Round of applause for them, for sure. 100%. And that's not to mention the amazing students at Kendall College who have been, right, shout out, who have been helping us this entire evening that you've seen throughout the show. So let's give it up for Angel, Dayon, and Miranda Harris. We want to thank you guys. Incredible, incredible job. Vibes. The vibes are so strong, but we all know vibes, they can be somewhat fleeting, right? We experience them, we create a memory, and then they pass. I mean, unless it's like literally your job to capture those memories, like news reporters, authors, the wonderful broadcast media folks that were honored just this Saturday at the Media Awards. So without further ado, let's please welcome the co-host of CBS Saturday Morning, CBS Saturday Morning, get it right, and the host of this year's Media Awards, Miss Michelle Miller.
Y'all showing out. Y'all look good. Oh, come on now. Y'all look good. Come on. Oh, my gosh. What a wonderful weekend it's been. The awards weekend. You know, this is my first, right? Well, I got a chance to host the Media Awards. It was fabulous. It was like getting a live tour of, you know, top-level writing, thinking about all the things food. Well, the best of the best in cookbooks, broadcast, and culinary journalism. Well, there were some very, very emotional moments, some moments that, you know, we just never would have expected. We had a chance to really feel people. And, you know, if we're going to do a piece reflecting on the event, I would report that it brought home how meaningful and significant it is to receive a James Beard Award. Is it not? I would also have to say how meaningful it is to be a nominee. So let's give it up for all the nominees, all of them. They're winners too. Our next honoree was a presenter at the Media Awards. She's like, man, I think she stole the show. She's won innumerable, not only beards, but accolades, and certainly needs no wind-up or pitch. And I'm speaking of the one and only Ruth Reichel. She is this year's James Beard Foundation Lifetime Achievement Award winner. So, you know, we're going to hear from Ruth in a moment, but let's take a little look at this first.
I've just gone from one thing to the other and loved what I was doing. It never occurred to me that I had a lifetime of achievement. My name is Ruth Reichel, and I write about food. I grew up in the Greenwich Village of the 50s, which was kind of wonderful. My family were basically not interested in food, and my mother was, as I say in some of my books, taste blind and unafraid of rot. And so I learned to cook pretty much in self-defense. My father brought me this copy of Gourmet that was from the 40s, and I opened it up, and there was this story called Night of Lobster by Robert Tristram Coffin. In that moment, food and poetry were kind of conflated into another way of seeing the world, of making sense of the world. It never occurred to me that I could be a food writer, but it occurred to me that I might be able to be a writer. When I went to the LA Times, I thought restaurant reviews were boring. They're written for the people who go out and spend their money in restaurants, and as someone who couldn't do that myself, I thought it would be much more fun to write them for people who don't go to the restaurants. And at that moment I said, okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to try and describe the food so precisely that people feel that they have eaten the food. But what I didn't understand was how different it was to be the restaurant critic of the New York Times than of the LA Times.
When you go to restaurants as a critic, are you disguised?
Yes, but
all the time?
Not all the time. Although I have to tell you that I think one of the things that has happened from my wearing these disguises, I want every restaurateur in New York to think that I'm in his restaurant every night, only he doesn't know who's there.
I feel like I never set out to have a career. I was there at this moment when almost nobody cared about food, and I did, and I just went for it, and it turned into a lifetime.
Ruth Reichel is a trailblazer and a pioneer in the food writing space. She models for us a way of thinking about telling a story about food. So whether she's talking about recipe development in a food section or at the magazine at Gourmet or interviewing a chef, The through line for all of those is that she is an amazing storyteller.
Writing is hard. It's staring at a blank page is so difficult. But then on the good days, when something great happens on the page, you feel so wonderful.
Thank you so much. To read when you grow up.
I genuinely believe that food is a way of looking at the world, of understanding the world, of understanding other people. I think what I'm most proud of is that I never stood still. I kept doing things I didn't know how to do. And I'm wondering what the next thing I don't know how to do that I'm going to do is.
Wow. I'm going to go just a little off script because I was a kid from South Central Los Angeles who right out of college went to the Los Angeles Times as an intern. And Tony Tipton Martin was there, and Itavari and Jerry was there, but Ruth Reichel in her office, I just remember that thick black hair, staring out at her, walking through that most illustrious corridor. She was a giant then, intimidating, and just so powerful. On behalf of everyone who loves and thinks deeply about food, dining, and the work of it, all the people with all the things that fold into what you do as a writer about food, we want to congratulate you on this richly, richly deserved reward. Please welcome the almost, well, not almost, but the absolutely fabulous badass of a lady, Ruth Reichel! Lady.
Wow, thank you. You know, if you had told the 22-year-old who sat shivering in a Lower East Side loft writing her first cookbook that this was possible, she would have told you that you were insane. Not just because I could not have imagined receiving such an honor, but also because the very idea of honoring anyone for a lifetime in food would have seemed absolutely absurd. The America I grew up in gave very, very little thought to food. It wasn't considered either interesting or important. Certainly the idea of a career in food was almost unimaginable to a person like me. Chefs were all male and mostly European, and they certainly didn't want women in their kitchens. Restaurants served mostly continental cuisine. Food writing was relegated to polite recipe-filled magazines and what were then known as the women's pages of newspapers. Our produce was tasteless, our coffee was dust, and Americans cheerfully looked forward to a future filled with TV dinners. It is hard to believe how enormous the changes in the food world have been in my lifetime. And so I want to thank the James Beard Foundation and all of you, not just for this honor, but for making it even possible. You changed the way we eat, created a delicious revolution and a world where people finally understand that eating is an ethical act and that our food choices really matter. It gives me hope for the future. Thank you all so much.
All right, everybody. Listen, it's fire in here. Dare I say it's blazing, but we're all on fire right now. And listen, dinner, if any of you are hungry, I don't know if anyone brought snacks, but dinner is going to be served in a little bit of time. So we're right around the corner for mealtime. But first, to announce the award for Outstanding Hospitality presented by American Airlines, I'm going to introduce two highly hospitable people. And they want to be sure to that you make it to the after party at Union Station. So please do me a favor and locate the exit nearest to you. Remember, it could be behind you. And with that exit, you're going to pick up your boarding pass on your way out. And your boarding pass, it'll point you in the direction of food and beverage, which you will be more than ready for after a short but refreshing walk to the exit. And now, please welcome, for American Airlines, Steve Johnson, and James Beard Award winner, Chef Sarah Gruenberg.
Okay, Steve, you heard the man. Let's get this round rolling. Nominees for the next award are not for individuals, but for the whole team.
Yes, exceptional teams. Teams who turn dining into moments of pure delight, revelation, and singular enjoyment. But first you have to get there. So pick a great travel partner and book flights along with your dinner reservations. American Airlines is extraordinarily proud to be the official airline partner of the James Beard Foundation. Together we're bringing their creations, together we're bringing celebrated chefs and their creations to our flagship lounge and flagship dining to serve up delicious and creative menu offerings for our customers. The team at American Airlines hope that your next trip takes you to one of tonight's nominees' restaurants, especially one of the next 5.
I couldn't agree more. The nominees for this award for Outstanding Hospitality as presented by American Airlines are
Crawford & Son, Gemma, Lula Cafe, Melba's, Woodford Food and Beverage.
And the Beard Award goes to...
Oh my God, Lula Cafe!
Okay, I don't know if you can hear that roar, but the crowd is going wild. This is such a well-deserved win for chef and owner Jason Hamill, who is no stranger to the Beard Awards. He's been a Best Chef nominee 2019, 2020, 2022, but he's headed to the stage for outstanding and warm hospitality that his incredible team deliver every single day at Lula on Logan Square. You know, this Lula is the kind of place you wish was in your neighborhood, and I kind of wish was in my neighborhood.
That's right.
It's cozy, it's perfectly executed, great farm-to-table food, but it's the warm welcome. You show up there, you've never been there, and they make you feel like you've been their neighbor forever. It's going to be especially poignant to watch Sarah give this award because, I mean, these are two people who make Chicago dining what it is. Aw, look at this.
Wow, so iconic.
This is one of those nice James Beard, like, happy synergies.
Wow.
Hey, Chicago. I'm Jason. I'm the chef of Lula. This is some of my team, my wife and my family, and I'm not going to be speechless because I actually wrote something down. Also, I didn't want to tell myself I was going to write something down. I'm from a superstitious Italian family, so well, it worked out anyways. Something just happened to me though a minute ago that I wanted to share with you that means a lot to me, which is. My kids are here, and when your kids grow up, sometimes you're holding their hands across the street, trying to guide them to school, and then you realize that one day, they're not going to hold your hand. Honestly, just the last 10 seconds, my kids and I and my wife were holding hands, and realized restaurant families were tight. It meant so much to me to have this moment. We're grateful. Lee and I are grateful to the foundation and to our fellow nominees to be here before you as a host in our own host city. And the hospitality is a team award because the hard work of emotional labor isn't about how we treat guests necessarily, but it's about how we treat each other. You know, in describing our work, it's pretty common to separate the ideas of hospitality from service. Service being like the technical getting of the thing that you need, and hospitality as the feeling you get when you receive that thing. And the you in this exchange has always been the guest. But over the last few years, especially since the pandemic, we've begun to think about a different you, a you that is us, a you out there, meaning you all, the folks giving the hospitality. Like, how do you feel, and how can we make you feel better? You know, tonight, to be honest, we feel pretty good. And we feel good because we have the support and the recognition of our community. We feel lifted up, cared for, and seen. These are the basic prerequisite conditions for emotional labor. And if these conditions are not met, if resources and needs fall short, it's not like there's some kind of well of endless care water from which we can pull. A well must be replenished or it runs dry. We truly believe at Lula that hospitality is love, and it's a love with conditions. And we believe that the conditions can be fair and just and kind. And I hope that everyone here and in the world, and especially those with power, will enact policies that protect and ensure that these conditions can be met and maintained for everyone. And we will certainly hold ourselves to that goal. You know, not all restaurants are open on Mondays, but we are. And I got to call out to my staff working right now. Thank you, guys. I hope you're popping some bottles right now. And I want to call out all the people working in restaurants out there tonight. This year, we're celebrating 25 years. We started in 1999. And I have to say thank you to everyone who's worked with us now and in the past, all the years past, that has made our restaurant such a thriving and beautiful spirit in our lives. And since I have the mic, I need to say to my wife that I love her. I need to say to my children, vi voglio bene. Lee and I are blessed and grateful. All we hope to do is to show up for you like you all did for us. Thank you.
Please welcome James Beard Award winner Gregory Gourdet and representing Clover from Fiserv, Crystal Mobayeni.
Hi. Well, this has been a head-spinning night so far. And I was extremely honored to win this award last year, and I'm more than honored to pass the torch this evening right now. The fact that folks keep opening restaurants, keep finding their passion, in spite of what the economic forecast says, is extremely inspiring to me. And I hope that we can continue to keep building and creating restaurants in these troubling times. And I think it's all going to be a positive change if we keep doing forward.
Restaurants of all kinds, long established or just getting started, turn to Fiserv financial technology to track orders, move money, and build customer loyalty. Our goal is to make the business of running a restaurant easier so that you can really focus on what you love, creating unforgettable experiences for your guests. That's why we're proud to partner with the James Beard Awards and announce the nominees for Best New Restaurant presented by Clover from Fiserv. They are
Bar Bachetto, Barb's BQ, Chez Noir, Comfort Kitchen, Dakar Nola, Hayward, Kaya, Kisser, Oro by Nixta, Shan.
And the winner of Best New Restaurant 2024 is Dakar Nola.
Okay. One of the coolest things about Surine's food, I think, he's from Harlem originally. He grew up in Senegal, and he cooked in French, Creole, and Cajun restaurants down in Louisiana and New Orleans. But what he's doing in Dakar is he's exploring Senegalese food, but he's exploring Senegalese food in New Orleans. And when you eat his food, it's like he's sort of peeling back the layers of Creole food to come back to their West African origins. And you can really sort of see the history of how that food evolved and became an American cuisine, even though he's representing Senegalese cuisine. In some ways, his food is like going back in time, but it's also so personal and creative. It's completely new. Yuri's coming down with a massive tune.
I know, oh my gosh. He said that although he was born in New York City and raised in Senegal, he feels the most at home in his life in New Orleans, which I think is really, really special. It says a lot about the impact that New Orleans has had on him as well.
Yeah, for sure.
New Orleans is having a night.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Some drinking going on.
Good for them. They're used to it in New Orleans.
Aw, look at that.
What a special moment.
Oh.
Gregory said outside how much it meant for him to present this award. He said this meant a lot to him, so I'm really happy for him as well.
I'm extremely nervous. Who's calling me? Why are you calling me? I've been hearing beautiful language throughout the whole night, and I want to greet you guys into my language, and I want y'all to greet me back. So if we say Nagadef, I want y'all to respond back saying Ma Gi Fi. Ma Gi Fi. All right, let's go, y'all. Nagadef. One more time. Thank you. The truth is, it always makes me feel less nervous when people talk to me in my own language. In the early days of hip-hop, when people used to talk about hip-hop, it was all about East Coast and West Coast. Then 1995, Outkast won the Best Rap Group. Surprised everyone. In their acceptance speech letter, they said the South got something to say. When I was learning basic technique, culinary school, or cooking Creole food at Commander's Palace, or French food at Atelier Quinn or Atelier Joe Robuchon, I always knew that West Africa had something to say. That kept me going. I grew up in Senegal, one of the smallest countries in the world, but our food is at the root of what for centuries everyone has says the best food in North America, Creole food in New Orleans. One can say jollof rice inspired jambalaya, even paella if you want to. The Wolof people of Senegal have something to say, and our food doesn't have to be filtered through Creole food in order to taste good. Think about certain food without West African influence. What do you really have? I really want to thank my mother for giving me the basic tools that I need to help the food of my country speak through me, through the world. I really want to thank the people of New Orleans who truly embraced me like one of their own. I want to thank my business partner, Iffy Richardson, daughter of Ghana, and all the people all of my mentors. But truly, I really want to thank my staff. Look, some of these people never flew before. This is the first time leaving outside of New Orleans. And truthfully, and this year has been one of the most challenging years of my life, but the most blessing. A few months ago, I had surgery, and I was out the restaurant for a couple of weeks, 6 weeks exactly. And I came, after we got nominated, I came by to greet the staff and tell them congratulations. And one of the diners that was eating this bowl of soup and said, this soup was the best. This soup reminded him of
their grandmother's gumbo. And I knew I didn't have nothing to do with that soup, and I really had to trust them meanwhile I was gone. And they really held it down. From Sade, pastry chef, to Cho, been the best line cook, to Sahani, to Sharina, my morning chef, to Lauren, to my PMC chef, to Iffy. Without further ado, I really want to thank the James Beard Foundation for recognizing all these amazing talent. And also, lastly, I really wanted a chef when I was working at Atelier Cren. He was my executive chef. He was in the same category as me. I was a commis, and he was my executive chef. So it's an honor to be in the same category as him. Chez Noir. So thank y'all so much.
Just a few words. Dakar is a space of love, joy, and hope. We ask diners to leave their cares at the door for 2.5 hours so we can nourish their souls and their spirits. Our staff's commitment to this is the reason that we're here today. I hope that by bringing you guys to the festivities this weekend, your eyes have been opened to possibilities. I hope you are daring to envision new versions of yourselves. Thank you for all that you do in supporting this beautiful baby that Serene and I have created. Thank you, everybody.
Right down here, guys. Can we get you beef, easy dip? A beef, sweet and hot. One sweet, one bowl.
Hey, Donnie, didn't you used to work at this place?
Yes, I did. A long time ago. That's where I got my start. Right here, thanks to his dad, Joey.
I wouldn't be here without this guy. We've done it all together. And we wouldn't be here together without help from Chris's dad, Joey. So, Blackbird and Mr. Beef.
Two iconic restaurants, right? Collaborative. Always has been a family deal between us.
And I get a free beef sandwich today.
Anytime, sir. Time for you anytime, chef. Anytime.
Cheers, man.
That is a good beef sandwich. If it wasn't for friends, family, and most importantly, Joey probably wouldn't have got open. And we're so grateful that we're here, and no one person is bigger than the whole as we join forces for this great city and for the James Beard Awards.
Didn't he once come to work wearing cowboy boots and short shorts?
Yes, he did indeed walk in this restaurant.
Just wanted to bring that up.
It was the 90s.
Please welcome James Beard Award winners, Paul Kahn and Donnie Medea.
Okay, let's hear it for the beef. Come on. Woo! That was a freaking amazing sandwich, huh, Donnie?
Amazing. Thanks, Chris.
Anyways, Donnie, we've both been in this biz for a hot minute. So long you even play yourself on TV now, right? Wow. But one thing I'm sure you'd agree with me on, you can't pretend to like building and running restaurants and do it successfully.
What can you possibly say? I mean, why would you subject yourself to it?
Exactly. You love it or you love it. Anything else is a deal breaker. Well, the contenders for the next award have undiluted, undistinguished passion for what they do, and it's my pleasure to read their names now. For Outstanding Restaurateur, the nominees are
Hamisi Mamba and Nadia Nijimbera, Baobab Fair. Quinvi and Yenvi Pham, Fabak Soup Shop, Pacific Standard Time, and The Boat. Chris V.O., Greenleaf, Ansam, and Pavillon. Hollis Wells Silverman, Eastern Point Collective. Erica Whitaker and Kelly Whitaker, Id Est.
And the winner is for the Outstanding Restaurateur. All right. Erica Whitaker and Kelly Whitaker.
This is so exciting. I'm so happy for these two. You know, part of what Erica and Kelly are attempting to do in opening all of these
incredible places that tell a bunch of really different and incredible stories. I think they're both kind of well aware of how different their restaurant concepts are. I'm going to talk about a few. They have a restaurant called Hey Kiddo that has a major focus on in-house fermentation. Every single dish has more than 3 different versions of some kind of in-house fermentation. They have Basta, which is a restaurant that's focused solely on wood fire and wood flame. They have Wolf's Taylor, which is a zero waste mentality and concept with loads of foraging, and they have this really cool recycling program. My favorite, Dry Storage, which is an artisan bakery and a mill. It's sort of attempting to reimagine grains, a distillery concept, farmers, etc. And None Such, which is my favorite, a model dedicated to fun, youthful experimentation and creativity, which is really exciting.
Very cool.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. What a moment. Holy crap. It's really special to receive this award from Paul. We just met him. I mean, we've been following him forever, but we just met him at the Alex Lemonade amazing event this weekend, and we had a special moment with him. But that particular definitely showed what this community can do together, and I just want to echo that we need to be together and move things in a positive way for people and planet. When we founded ItEst, our daughter was just a year old, and now we are 10 days shy of her 16th birthday, and she's here tonight. Soma, we love you so much. Shout out to all the restaurant kids. Shout out to Paxton, our son, who's watching. What's up, buddy? And Kelly, my partner in life, my partner in business. Thank you for casting this massive vision. And you're truly, truly special. You're truly special. We have a team of over 100 employees, which is crazy to say out loud. I also want to mention that our leadership team is comprised of 100% females. And so Caroline Clark being a huge part of that team. So if you're struggling, maybe change things up, hire some women.
Oh my God, here we are. It says Erica Whitaker, but you can tell that she's born in Martinez, and she's done everything to carry this company for the last 15 years, from every position to everything throughout this. And I don't think that's talked about enough, because I don't know, we're at ItEst. I've been on this list a few times as a chef, and now we're up here as a restaurateur. I don't know what title I'm going to be tomorrow or next week, but this is where we're at. But we're incredibly excited to be here. Thank you to James Beard Foundation. And not just for like this and the award, but there's been so many little touch points that have sort of helped. You know, I think we all know that there's not a specific guide for this industry. And when you go out to like an advocacy boot camp in the middle of the woods, and you're with a guy like Michelle Nishan and others that are just like speaking this business into existence for you, I just can't celebrate that enough. So thank you, James Beard, for that. Please, let's give it up. We operate 7 restaurants, but we also have engaged in so many different conversations around our food supply system and been food advocates. But I just want to say that all these things are possible to have restaurants, to grow a family, and to also get involved. This year alone, we've contracted and built with farmers over 200 acres of regenerative land for growing grains and milling flour. And this isn't just applicable to our tasting menu restaurant. This is applicable for a pizza. It's applicable for a sandwich. So this is really touching restaurants everywhere in Colorado right now. But I will leave with this, like, we don't particularly, chase these awards, but we definitely chase the platform that this brings. And for that, we know that this is a responsibility. I feel a more sense of a fight now than ever. So thank you for this award. Appreciate it. You guys have a great night. If you want to talk about the work, let's talk later.
Okay, everyone, now listen, all of these awards are really, really important. You know that. Congratulations to everyone that's won one today. Congratulations to all the nominees. But now we're down to the last two awards, and we all know they're biggies. To announce the next award for Outstanding Restaurant, please welcome Sarah Mayer, Senior Brand Manager, San Pellegrino and Aquapana, and last year's winner, Chad Williams.
Last year's winner has a nice ring to it, and definitely not as stressful as nominee. So I remember sitting there for 3 hours. It probably put 10 more gray hairs on my head, but we're doing better now. And the flask of brandy did not do what it was supposed to do. But that pressure's on somebody else now.
It is. Well, you look great. All right. Well, Aquapana is immensely proud to continue our partnership with the James Beard Foundation and mint new winners with the presentation of the next award. To be considered for this, one restaurant must demonstrate excellence in everything, from consistent excellence in food to operations and hospitality, and in their own way, contributing positively to the community. And the nominees for the Outstanding Restaurant presented by Aquapana Natural Spring Water are
The Compound, Convenience West, Longbond, Michelin, Vestige.
I'm stressing, and it's not even me this year. The winner is Longbond.
Wow. Wowie wow.
Long time coming.
Okay, so at Longbond, Chef Earl Ninsom works alongside his amazing wife, who's known to everyone as Golf. Even though they have this 24-seat restaurant, which channels kind of like a Bangkok night market vibe, they have been so instrumental in introducing Portland to authentic, addictive flavors of Thai cooking, whether it's the bright salads, the mouth-numbing larb, complex curries. They bring it all. Now, it's that balance of bitter and sour and crunch that really has Portland and apparently this whole audience swooning over Longbond. And it's so amazing to see them after so many nominations and acknowledgments of the Beards to be finally getting a medallion for all their hard work. Honestly, I'm going to say Longbond is probably the most fun you can have in Portland on a night out. So we got to add that to our list.
That's on the list.
Yeah, first New Orleans, then Portland, then we got to go for sweets in Portland, Maine.
That's right.
It's really busy.
I just want to say that I did not prepare any speech. I was so prepared for someone else to walk away with it, so we can come back here again. I am so honored to be nominated in the same category as all the other outstanding restaurants in this award. I'm truly grateful for it. We started Longbond 10 years ago just to show that Thai food has much, much more than what America have seen. We decided to offer food from underrepresented culture communities throughout the country, from South, North, Central, Northeastern, in a way that's real and authentic. We never aim for perfect. We just aim for you all to open the world to understand that good food exists, and I lost it. I'm sorry. Sorry. And honestly, I couldn't done it all without this amazing young badass killer who have continued to surprise me day in and out. We still doing crazy thing. We still changing menu every 2 weeks. No, not 2 weeks, sorry, 2 months. It used to be 1 month, which is crazier. But they never failed to amaze me or surprise me with the uphold standard that we all look and are on the same mindset. And one of the most important things for me tonight is just I'm truly hoping that this award doesn't change who we are, for them to not stop innovating, not stop settling or to just be okay, to just be mediocre, and continue to take care of each other, continue to take care of our guests, and continue to take care of our communities. Those are one of the most important things for me. I would let my GM, who has lead our team, I wanted to have her say something, but also before that, I wanted to thank all of you for always having my back, having each other back. I don't want to make our other restaurant feel like they are not doing the great job, but Langban has been one of the most restaurants that continue to exceed my expectation on every way. Thank you. I'm sorry, I really lost it. This year has especially been very, very difficult for me because my wife has been diagnosed with cancer. For me to not be at the restaurant and they all still continue to keep the restaurant up and running, continue to produce what they have been producing for the past 10 years is something that I never dream of.
There's nothing I can't say that Earl hasn't said, but it feels like in this world so much is dictated by people who are motivated by fear and individualism and unkindness. And we have to remember to feed and nourish each other and be kind and community focused. And these people do it every single day. They feed and they nourish each other and the people who come into our restaurant to celebrate. And Saturday was Chef Pui's birthday. And I would really appreciate it if you all said happy birthday, Pui, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday! Thank you all so much. Thank you. And I have to thank the psychic who approached me 2 months ago on the street and told me we were winning.
Friends, thanks. Okay, golf clap. The time has come. The time to announce our incomparable final award of the evening. And I gotta say, guys, I am absolutely honored to welcome these two chefs whose careers I have followed very, very closely for how they have truly inspired us and embodying what it is to live that long arc of an accomplished culinary career. Truly exemplifying what it means to showcase your values through your food. And while we've been schmoozing and sipping and connecting, these chefs, they have been hard at work as the creators of our patron dinner up in the mezzanine. And oh look, we have a live feed. I don't even know how they managed to change in time, so I gotta say, maybe I should slow down the cadence just a little bit to give. Oh, you made it! Wow. All right. Everyone, let's please give a healthy round of applause for Chef Nancy Silverton and Rob Ruba.
Rob, it's so good to share the stage with you. Here are the facts. The chefs considered for this award, they're considered because they embody excellence. They set the high standard, the high culinary standard, at a national level, and they serve as mentors, positive mentors to the rest of our industry.
Yeah. And add to all that self-expression, inspiration, talent, and passion. And you have the nominees for the 2024 Outstanding Chef Award presented by Hilton. And they are?
Sarah Minnick, Lovely's 50/50, Dean Neff, Seabird, Michael Rafidi, Albie, Renee Tupons, The Port of Call, David Yugger, Lucia.
And the winner is Michael Rafidi from Albie.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this room is blowing up.
What a wild ride.
This is a very exciting moment. The beating heart of Albie is that roaring hearth where some seriously sexy open fire cooking happens. Albie means my heart in Arabic, and it celebrates Michael Rafidi's family roots in Palestine, in Ramallah. And so he opened Albie as a tribute to his grandparents, and he said he wanted to showcase the food he grew up with eating and to pay tribute to his grandparents, his family, and Palestinians all over the world. This couldn't be more timely.
Well, I have no idea what to say. Thank you to my incredible team. I made them come up tonight because clearly there's no such thing as an outstanding chef without an outstanding team. I had a speech. I honestly don't know where it's at right now. The only thing I can really think about right now is my Palestinian grandparents, my mother, and how they paved the way for me to be here tonight. And this award is dedicated to Palestine. And to all the Palestinian people out there, whether it's here or in Palestine or all over the world. Thank you.
Yes.
This is it.
Yes.
Thirsty?
Look at this. Yeah, I'm thirsty.
Everyone thirsty? Shall we toast?
1, 9.
Let's do it.
Amanda, Richard, Nancy, we did this thing.
We did it. Here's to togetherness. You guys are
Cheers.
so great.
You're so great.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Congratulations to everybody. Group hug.
Yeah, now it's time to party. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, everyone.
I love you.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Oh, what's happening? Okay, guys, this was unbelievable.
Unreal. What a night.
Okay, so
What a night.
Sophia, Francis, what was your favorite part of the evening?
Tough, but for me, Charlie Mitchell.
Oh.
I mean, I'm coming from Brooklyn. I just ate at the Clover Hill. It was just really special. I just love that win for him.
Yeah.
I mean, what about Gregory Gourdet, though? That's right.
Feathers representing the national bird of Haiti. For me, I think actually there were so many incredibly emotional moments. But for me, it was a small thing he said, but when Serene from Dakar NOLA recognized his team and said, there are people on my team on this stage who have never been on an airplane before.
Oh, that's right.
And who have never even left New Orleans. And to me, it reminded me that for all the glamour and, you know, of everything tonight, like the backbone of this industry are truly working people.
Yes.
Who may not have privilege.
That's right.
You know, may come from all kinds of backgrounds, from every stratum of our society, and they are the beating heart of what we love.
I loved seeing everyone who wore clothing that was
Their
representative of their
heritage,
heritage, who thanked their mothers and grandmothers,
Their culture.
and spoke in their language. I felt like that, to me as an immigrant, felt like so powerful as a component of this awards. That is really so important as we go forward. We are really lucky to have been here. Speaking of teams, I feel very lucky to have both of you to spend some time with, quality time, talking awards. This has been incredible.
Incredible. Like the highlight of my year. I love it every June. It's like so special to me.
Same time next year?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'll see you guys here.
Let's be back.
For everyone who watched, thank you so much for joining us. From Sophia, Francis, and myself, we're so thrilled that you joined us, and congratulations to everyone who was here tonight. Love ya. Bye. Ciao.